Non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, so that's what we sing. Zero holders, so that's what we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. And run for your money if you live in the tree.
Oh no. Oh no, what the fuck happened, man? Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Good morning, guys. Mecha GMs. Getting deep into oh shit. Getting deep into October. And holy cow, man. Not looking great. Not looking great. Dude, I didn't realize we were down as bad as we were. I hear the noise out there, right? I know we're down. Like, I know we're down. And like, I mean, people, I'm used to people talking a kind of way on X, and the way they talk doesn't kind of, for me, match the market. Especially yesterday. I think the Farouk, Tyler, Mando show, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Whatever, that morning show. FOMO Hour. I think they named the title of their show yesterday, like Bloody Friday or something like that, right? And I look at the market, and Bitcoin was at, God, I'm trying to remember where it was yesterday morning. I want to say like 121, or maybe it was 119. Whatever it was, wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy. I'm just like, this crypto Twitter being crypto Twitter. And again, knowing what happened yesterday, we'll get into it. Like, cool. Okay. It's not a good day. The tariff stuff, we've seen it a couple times over. I didn't look at the market, yesterday evening, and I didn't look this morning until if you might have noticed, I changed the title on the stream. I didn't look, and then I did look, and holy shit. Holy, like historic day. Actually, historic day. We say that way too casually here in crypto. Everything's fucking historic and first ever and whatever, right? Historic day in crypto yesterday here. Biggest liquidation in crypto history. I had a feeling, it's not even a feeling, it's a really obvious thing. As more and more people are getting into leverage trading, we are just setting ourselves up for like getting absolutely fucking wrecked. And well, and it happened. And I mean, it's not just because of that. It was a fucking brutal day, but more people, I assume more people trading on leverage, and there's just more people here, and it's a different thing now. And this will not, in a few years, we'll have a worse version of this. Casper, good morning. Let me do some quick GMs, man. China, good morning, man. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I like that a lot. I think it's officially October. October, yeah. Dude, we got 2 weeks to go. A little over 2 weeks. I want to say we'll be fine, but I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure here. I don't fucking know. Hang on, we got more GMs. There we go. Hoods is here. Good morning, man. Christian MFing Jensen. I gotta stop swearing in the first 15 minutes. It does like mess up the algo. Much lower. I was thinking about this yesterday. I wish I could flip to bear mode. As extreme as I get on the bull side, when I'm in bear mode, I'm, extreme bear. I want to get back there because it helps me think through stuff a little more critically. I'm starting to try to feel out how close to over it really is. We gotta think about that a lot. David, good morning. My boy Katz, GM sir. Did we get an English GM? Maybe not. Whatever. GM man. 121K yesterday during their stream. Yeah, I didn't get it. I looked at the price. I'm like, I don't get it. Dude, bigger than COVID, bigger than FTX. Absolutely wild. Casper, good morning. G freaking M's. Yeah, that's crazy because right a couple of weeks back when I opened up a position on XPL and everyone's like 2-3x leverage, you're not going to get. Actually, I should check that position because I did add a little more to it. My XPL long, but 3x leverage. I think my liquidation price was like 26 cents. I need to check what it's at. I might have got liquidated. I don't know what I don't know what we got down to. Yeah, we'll have to peek there. So did everybody who's like doing some leverage trading somewhere, did everybody get wiped yesterday? Like somewhere? I'll do it 15 minutes in. I'll let it rip. In fact, we will switch over to PUMPFUN, I think, today. Okay, hang on. Let me get this camera right. I feel like most people got a little bit here. All right, let's take a look. Let's start diving in. Hit the like. We're live on Abstract X, YouTube, and subscribe over on this side, by the way. Really, it's really important, man. It's really important. Yeah, subscribe over on YouTube. We're live on PUMPFUN as well. Almost definitely going to flip the stream over to that side. Although, been thinking about that too. And as much as people maybe want you to stream exclusively on PUMPFUN, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was thinking about this. I'm like, stream everywhere. All that matters is people like know the thing is there. Oh shit, really? Okay, I might have been saved or I might have gotten wiped out. Okay, we got to peek at that. Fuck. Now I'm trying to remember what wallet I even traded that on. I might not be able to find it out while we're live. I'll try. I think we got Luna coming on today. I gotta message him. I'm not replying to DMs anywhere. Just a heads up. I know Luna messaged Cats, a couple other people. I'm not. I'm like ignoring everything. Too much noise. I'm too easily distracted. But I do need to get a hold of Luna and get his ass on. We're gonna look at Lighter today. Yeah, Luna's gonna walk us through Lighter. Give us a little walkthrough demo. I'm supposed to put some money in there too. I don't know if that's gonna be today, but I will at some point. Yeah, well, I can open it up, or you don't have to be a holder. Yeah, I'll just keep it open everywhere. Doesn't matter. Also, follow me on X, HUDAH_idiot. Let's freaking do this thing. Yeah, I'm starting to see those tweets that I love to see. By the way, I love it. I love seeing the tweets of people freaking out, and I love hearing. Oh, this will sound shitty. Yeah, there's some fuckery out there, Cal. We'll also show this. The insider trading is like off the charts right now. It's crazy. You should expect it too. I like seeing the tweets out there though of like people that are borderline like thinking of ending it all. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, not cool, but also I like it because it's a good. It's my temperature check kind of thing, the sentiment gauge, whatever. Right when people are ready to blow their brains out, I'm like, yeah, we need some of that. We need some of that action. I don't want them to do it, but like I want them to feel like that. I do. I really do. I do want them to feel that way. You need that. You don't get the extreme upside without the extreme downside. So when you see people that are ready to like slit the wrist, blow the brains out, hang themselves, right? All that shit, like, that's it. That's one of those signs you're like, yep. It's about to get awesome here. And it might. It really might. I don't know if anybody thinks, by the way, this is all coming from, if you don't know, everybody knows, but Trump's not even just threatening tariffs. I mean, he announced tariffs, 100% tariffs on, I don't know what goods coming out of China. Maybe it's everything. This is after their, I don't know, limiting rare earth metals, or also, I don't know exactly. Either way, it's the whole trade war. It's weird too why we wouldn't expect it to get hit back from other sides too. It's weird. And it's always weird hearing Trump say, like yesterday, I think he said, we've never seen anything like it. People said exactly that with the Trump tariffs. It's a silly game. And I don't know if any of it's real. What I'm worried about a little bit right now is everybody saw the 100% tariffs that we're going to charge levy against China here. Everyone's like, it's not actually going to happen, right? He's done this multiple times, right? He's announced them. He gives this date, and then that date comes, and then the date goes. He delays it. It's a negotiating tactic, and he is meeting with I think there was a big meeting that was supposed to happen between the U.S. and China here, maybe even involving Trump. Who knows if it happens? But again, everybody's expecting that the tariffs aren't actually implemented. And when there's that consensus out there is where I start wanting to take the other side. I'm like, well, shit. Why do I feel like they're actually going to happen this time? And then what's the effect of it? Don't know. Don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Christian might know. I don't know. All right, here's the market. I do want to check ETF volume yesterday. Although this stuff all happened, I was going to say late in the day, but it really didn't when it first came out. And we do have a long weekend here. Markets close Monday. So Tuesday is going to be really interesting, man. Tuesday is going to be super freaking spicy. Man, Alzar, good morning. Good to see you, man. Virtuals feels bad right now, too. Actually, it doesn't, but it does. Yeah. The only thing that's fun out there right now, well, actually, two things. I'll say this. The most obvious fun thing out there, and I think the single best opportunity out there right now, right now, it's the token strategies. I think so, big time. What's up, Picasso? Good to see you, man. Punkster, watch really closely, really fucking closely. Punkster still can be $1 billion token. This sounds crazy talking $1 billion tokens in the market looking like this, but whatever. We need to start thinking way ahead. Punkster still looks like it could be $1 billion token. It's at what, 100 mil right now? Potential 5-10x in Punkster. I see it. In Vibester, if I chat with people about what do I think's like the best buy out there right now, I'm like, look really hard at Vibester. That's holding up really well in this market dump. Vibester might have a good easy 5x in it. And I think that easy. I think that's maybe one of the best opportunities here. Christian Jensen, pretty sure US and China will find a solution that does not include 100% tariffs on everything, just like they did earlier. Might be tomorrow, might be a month from now. Cool. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, maybe some form of it's there. You know what I keep waiting for? And look, when Trump talks, I do listen because he's playing a game and he's not an idiot. He's not. I mean, he's a fucking idiot, but he's not an idiot. You know what I mean? And Trump has said what he's doing in the market, the payoff for it, the real payoff for it comes like in a year. I believe that, by the way. I believe that. I do. I think the setup we have now, it's just like with crypto, legislation, all this stuff. The payoff comes later on. I think the stuff we're seeing in the market, especially the big investments, and that was more what he was speaking about, the big investments, especially in AI, the payoff from that comes like next year when some of these companies start breaking ground, building their warehouses, their factories, right? All these hiring start, like the payoff for that comes later. Next year, maybe. Then again, that doesn't line up with where people still have the cycle, if there's a cycle. Very good. Dude, we'll talk about Vibester and strategy and where we got in and where we're getting out and what our thoughts are, but Vibester is really special. It's, other than Punkster, it's the best strategy token, and it's not even close. And I don't think it's going to be easy to replicate because they've got a special everything about it is the perfect token. It's the perfect NFT collection to pair it with. Like maybe I'll save this here because we'll get to that soonish. But it's the perfect token. And if somebody asks me what's the best thing to bet on, well, shit. With what's happening right now, it might just be Bitcoin is the easiest play. Still more volatility coming, but I don't think anybody doubts we're not going to see a new all-time high still. Bitcoin, easiest play, less upside. If you're looking for multiples, it's Vibester. Yes, dude, yes. To me, Vibester, Vibester can pull back. We could, maybe we jump to it real quick. Vibester can pull back to 4 or 5 mil. It just takes a couple people dumping, realizing some big profits. They're sitting on almost 500 ETH to go buy up NFTs. They're sitting on, I think, almost 70 ETH to go buy up the token itself. They have so much going for them. Yeah, Vibester's got a ton of upside. I think Vibester short-term depends on this market, but 15 mil, 20 mil, I'm a little less on the 20 mil side just with the market looking like it is. In this market, though, I still think it can go up. And I do think more like 15 mil, somewhere around there. I think you got a nice, easy-ish 2x in it. And then as we heat back up, Vibester, what? I don't know why Vibester can't live at 30, 40, 50 mil. And then if things get crazy, like I like to talk extremes, Vibester can be $100 million token. And I'll give some reasons why. I stand by that. If Dude is a $100 million token, Vibester has that potential. And you could say, well, Dude's got all these partnerships and does this and that. Good Vibes do too. And people just don't know, or they don't remember, or they don't just think about what that could look like as they bake it into Web3. All the stuff you see Doodles doing, Good Vibes can do. They have those connections. They already have these partnerships. They already make the content and work with these brands. I mean, shit, I'll even show it. Here's their studio. They put out a Google, a phone commercial or something like this. Is just last month. They work with the biggest brands in the world. Here, I'll play. No, I'm not going to play the audio, but just so you see, this is the Good Vibes Club studio. That's these guys. I know you guys can't hear it, but just to show they got these connections. They got it. And if they start baking their characters into it and whatever, actually, Katz was talking about, we were talking yesterday about Doodles and how they don't look, they do these big brand partnerships and they don't push anything back to their ecosystem, like the NFTs, the Dude token. Well, what if Good Vibes actually does it the right way? They get the partnerships, they get a big branding thing, something like a little different than Google or BMW or Meta, like the companies they've worked with. I don't think it was BMW, maybe it was. But what if they partner with a big brand? What if they did a partnership with like Fruit Loops, Kellogg's, whatever, or McDonald's, and they also do direct people back to the token NFT, right? They got stupid potential. Just stupid. Maybe we'll just get to Vibester here in a second. What do you guys want? Crime or Vibester? I think we got it. Maybe we do crime first. Anyway, ETH at 3,800. Wow. Past 24 hours, crazy. Bitcoin down 7.5%. ETH down almost 12%. BNB actually, I'm used to seeing BNB so much lower, so it's down 11% as well. But seeing it at 1,100, I'm like, holy shit, up so much, Ripple 247 in Solana. Wow, Solana's dude. No way, dude. Oh my god. I can't believe Solana's under 200 right now. 183 down 17%. Wow, dude. What's Sui at now? Wow, down 22% right now. In the past 24 hours. Crazy. Who got it the worst? Let's see who's got it the worst in the past 24 hours. Zcash up. Wow. Okay. Zcash up. Meme Core, Leo, Figure Hellock, Tether Gold. Interesting. Who's our big losers though? IP, Uniswap, Litecoin, Arbitrum, ICP. Huh. Dude, I don't know if English dropped a video. Somebody dropped a video earlier and it was this dude just talking so much shit about AVAX. Yep. Dude, brutal. Cutie, good morning, man. What else? Pump down 25%. Pengu down 25%. Jesus Christ. What's the thought process? Like, market, dude, I get it. It's trying to preserve whatever capital you have. I get it, kind of, but how many times over do we learn that mistake of like you sell when it's red is probably not a good idea? I've done it. Make no mistake, I've done it, and even recently, because look, and I did this with like meme coins, especially. If you still feel like we're going down further, maybe you get some tokens cheaper. You're planning to buy back, right? I think that's a lot of what we see. You sell, on the way down, you plan to buy back. You try to time the bottom. Doesn't usually work out, but some people it does. Yeah, I didn't realize we're talking like 20%, 30%. Like, what a thing. But yeah, it's, I mean, officially the biggest liquidation in crypto history. Almost 20 billion yesterday. Compare it to FTX, compare it to COVID. Here's what's kind of confusing. I'm pretty sure back in April, like our initial like kind of tariff thing. What's up, guys? Good to see you, man. Adam went to Ascend. I don't know what it was at before, but I'm sure it's not good. Oh man. Oh, sweet. Oh, the rest of the bag's down 50%. Yikes. I remember in April though. I'm pretty damn sure about this, guys. I remember hearing back in April that like this is the biggest liquidation event, and comparing it also to FTX and also to COVID. I remember that. Do you guys remember that too? I'm pretty sure, like, I would make some kind of bet on that. I'm pretty sure we heard the same thing in April. I'm pretty sure. Dude, I finally got a trash can at my desk, so I'm not spitting out my zins right on my desk like a fucking savage. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I assume yesterday really is the number one, the biggest liquidation event. But I think there was something that beat COVID and FTX earlier this year. I remember that. I'm gonna stick to it. Um, but dude, crime, dude, so much crime. Yeah, there's some people that are very well connected that knew what was coming and are trading this, and it might even be the Trump boy. I don't know, right? I don't know, but it might even be like the Trump boys. There's people very close to the administration for sure, for sure. I'm gonna find the good tweet. There's a few people have. There's some good write ups about this, but um, the setup might actually come a little before. Might have come a little before, maybe 2 days before Trump's Truth Social post. This is one about China. One of Bitcoin's oldest wallets suddenly opened large short positions in Bitcoin and ETH worth billions. That was before anything came out with China, right? And then yesterday we had the China post from Trump, and then the press conference, right? The announcement. It might be, you know what, Chad? That's probably a good shout. He's a crypto bro. He is. It might be. It might be Barron pressing buttons. It literally might be him. It might be him. Exactly, Alizar, and that's the story. It's wild. Um, it might be this guy. It might be somebody else because somebody else opened up a short very, like I think very like right before the announcement. Yeah, the announcement, everything tanks. There it is. 30 minutes before the Trump announcement, the same whale from earlier, who from 2 days before opened up all these shorts, doubled their short. When the market crashed, positions were closed for an estimated $200 million in profit. 200 million, guys. It's kind of like with prediction markets, insiders playing, and you should be paying attention and following as best you can. Identify the wallets, follow their moves. It's pretty crazy. Someone knew. Yeah, chart's wild. Someone knew, though. Someone absolutely knew. And somebody should be looking into this, right? They should. That shouldn't be a thing we're just like okay with. And we're just saying it's part of the space, right? Which it is. Oh, shit. Hang on. I don't know why I just ended the abstract stream. We shouldn't be okay with it, man. That should be looked into. And it is probably barren. $200 million, man. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, and we see it over and over. And I across the board do it, right? We see it with NFTs. Like every time we have a big announcement, you see that somebody front ran it. Actually, it's before you see the announcement, you see NFT collection's picking up steam, and it doesn't make sense. And you just assume there's news coming. It's like every time. At the bottom, closed that 90% of his short. It's crazy. Almost 200 million bucks, man. Yeah. I remember we had this conversation before. This is going to sound stupid. No, the conversation was, is it insider trading in crypto? Which it is. I think the conversation was more about in NFTs, if it's collectibles. Is it like officially insider trading? But I think yes. Yeah. I mean, very obvious. Yeah. Big old problem. It's a big old problem. Cats, have a great day, man. It's a big old problem. Machi got absolutely wrecked. This is crazy. Machi has a wallet here. How much money does this guy have? But he was up 44.5 mil. And after yesterday, negative 10 mil. What a swing, dude. These guys got to be in their feels right now. That's brutal. I don't wish that on anybody, right? I don't. Okay. Good info, man. To be fair, China made their move late Wednesday, early Thursday. Okay, nope, that's fair. Was their move, was it an official announcement, or was it, I think the story we heard was China was reaching out to countries or sent some kind of notice to countries, and then the countries were starting to talk to each other and were pissed about it, right? But yeah, this was probably then a couple days before. So yeah, good point, Christian. And it probably still is fuckery, but yeah, good point. Like started hearing what our reaction would be to it. But yeah, Machi's got wrecked. And to English's point, dude's fine. Yeah, another story here. This was on Hyperliquid too. Okay, interesting. There were cool stories around Hyperliquid this week as well. CZ was talking about their founder and, either Hyperliquid or Jeff's product. Maybe I think it was Hyperliquid, but was in the, part of Binance Labs, like their incubator program, YZI Labs today, right? But can you imagine, man? Okay, so they announced it Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, a lot of people in their feels. It's funny. It's the flip side of, when Bitcoin's pumping and we don't see any euphoria on the timeline because nobody's got exposure. Well, you get the flip side of it, yesterday, today. You definitely know who's actually like trading, who's got those leveraged positions and who doesn't. Because if you're in a good mood like me, it's because you don't got skin in the game, really, But no, he's right. I mean, we've gotten used to this. This happens. These kind of dumps happen. We were even talking about yesterday on the PUMPFUN stream spaces. Any given day, we see those 5% pullbacks and people are freaking the fuck out, right? It's so bizarre to me still. But they don't phase me. I don't get why they phase so many people. Those are weird. But especially a thing like this, if you still believe long term where this is going, I'm starting to think more about it. But it doesn't matter a ton if this is delaying the fun part by some weeks. Okay. Oh, I want to check this out. Hang on. Let's hop in here real quick.
Diehard American. I respect that. I love Americans. I've gone to fucking America multiple times. Listen, and they're a powerful country, they're a massive country, they're fucking probably the biggest, they are the biggest army, and the patriotism that exists in that country is like second to none. And I never experienced the patriotism of that country until I went and visited it and I saw it and how strong the nation was, even though it's diverse in with shit that's going on with inside. Nevertheless, you know, massive fucking, you know, you
Did I just lose that? I think I lost it. Well, what the fuck? What's up, D-Yank? Good morning, man. All right, I don't know what happened to audio here, but whatever. All right, here we go. Again, whatever. Sucks. It sucks because I just want to be having fun here. I want there to be some good trades. I guess you should assume there's going to be some trades on our way back up, or even as this dumps. Look, you do get to play the market on both sides now. So if we are dumping and if we have further to fall, trade it if you believe that. You know, volatility just gets things churning. It's kind of where the opportunities are. I like playing, I guess, the euphoria. Maybe I feel like that's easier. People are a little more reckless, right? So that feels easier to trade. I don't know. It is interesting seeing guys like Raoul Pal not changing his thesis, like not at all. But like everybody kind of hedging a little bit. Everybody trying to just give you a little warning, like a little heads up, right? We're starting to see talk ramp up about, hey guys, market correction coming. You know, we've been hearing that for a while, but I'm noticing more of that. And so Raoul Pal being like, hey guys, just so you know, I could be wrong. Like I could be wrong. Like I do think the cycle's longer, but I could be wrong. So he's got his tweet out here. Saying, although I see an elongated cycle, doesn't mean my analysis is right. And he got a lot wrong last cycle, so worth knowing that. Any little good nuggets here? I still wonder about that 5-year thing too. Like that's my game plan. Man, DeYank's like a citizen of the world. Pretty cool. Yeah, the 5-year thing still, like that's my plan. I still wonder a lot, thanks to virtuals, really. Like we all pay attention to AI. Virtuals has me like really paying attention to AI and specifically the AI stuff outside of virtuals. We're not as far along as like we probably all thought we were a year ago when AI started popping off the coins and we started just dreaming up this scenario. It's kind of like NFTs, dreaming up this scenario where it changes everything. It's going to, but it might be way more than 5 years out. And his thesis, a lot of that does have to do with AI. I don't know. Maybe more like 10, could be 10, could be 15, could be 20. It is in our lifetimes that thing happens. Dude, think about that though. If it's like 20 years old, dude, how crazy is it to think from 2020, 2000, the year 2000 to 2020, 20 years? You know, and you just think of the change that happened over that time. Just think of the internet and how much things changed. And it's like, well, in the next 20 years, same thing happens, but probably more and more drastically and all that. But I'm like, I'll be 64. I'll be 64 by the time that comes around. If we don't make it, boys, I'll probably be blowing the brains out along the way somewhere there, right? I don't know if we make it that long. if it doesn't play out. Yeah, dude, Mike, just expect more of it, right? Just expect more of that. There's still some like good stuff though. I mean, there's like I'm like real talk. I'm really optimistic still. Raoul Pal had like let me find. Raoul Pal had a great point here still. Was it what we already pulled up? Yeah, it was the same thing. I think. We same tweet. You know, we're betting on the future. We're betting on everything going more on chain. We're betting on the younger generation being like online native, digital native. And makes it just so much easier to just bet on still what's coming. Will tomorrow be more digital than today? Yeah. Has this is where I don't know this stuff. But the charts tell me that it makes sense. Has the liquidity cycle and business cycle topped, or is it still rising? It is. So we hear the most important factor here. It's that the liquidity cycle, the business cycle. There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, a huge reason to think we still have a lot further to go. Okay, that said, just like I say, whenever the next bear market comes, the growth of crypto could supersede it, right? Keep us actually like winning, playing, all of that, right? And I believe that. But the same has to apply. If I believe that, I got to like assume the flip side can happen here. And I do, which means, okay, even if we get deeper into the liquidity cycle and business cycle, Trump doing this fuckery with tariffs and just being like the maniac that he is, he could keep wrecking us along the way where we don't get to realize what would normally come if you just let it alone, right? Let the market do what the market does. So we could be, I mean, he could be stepping all over the rest of this cycle, and then we don't get to realize that. It would make sense. Again, if the other side can happen, bear market, there's so much going on that we actually are still up. The flip side can happen. Like, really, really can happen. What's up, Barry? Good morning, man. So, be careful, I think. Also, whatever. I can't believe Suey. I can't believe Suey. Anyway, there's like lots of good stuff, man. Lots of good stuff. $1.3 trillion Morgan Stanley removes restriction on Bitcoin and crypto investments for all clients. There's so much money. There's so much money still coming to crypto. The mistake is always thinking it's coming for our bags. It's not. It's not. But it is coming into crypto. And like we always say, some of it's coming to play with us. A percent of trillions coming into crypto at some point. It matters. It does move the needle. It does. Some of that helps our bags, dude. I can't wait. We got to talk strategy coins. It's kind of all I care about right now. Look for the best opportunities right now in this market. When we feel like we're at the bottom or near the bottom, you don't have to time the bottom. But right now, it's nothing but opportunities now. That's it. Like tons of opportunity now. My biggest fear, though, is this. This is my biggest fear. Because a lot of what we're betting on is the regulation stuff, right? That crypto's about to get awesome, like more awesome, and stay more awesome because, well, you say you want to be the crypto capital of the world. That looks a kind of way. Look at all the best places in the world right now for crypto, and you're like, I wish I were there, right? For tax reasons and for the way they're allowed to innovate. And you're like, well, if we do that here, how do you not just bet that crypto is going to go up and to the right for a long time here? But I don't think it's a given that it happens just because Trump says it. Because I didn't think the Democrats were going to put up the fight that they seem to be wanting to put up here. I thought we had won. I did. Big mistake. I thought we won, and you shouldn't assume you win till you win. I thought we won, though. I thought it was a given that these bills would pass, right? The Clarity Act, and then the Genius Act, and then there's two more bills out there, major ones. It's not a given, man. Democrats are trying to roll back things that passed already with the Clarity Act. And yeah, it's not a given at this point. Okay, so news this week that the Democrats they're trying to, okay, I'll say it like this and then we'll get a little more into it, but kill DeFi. Trying to kill, like, I don't know, self-custodial wallets, trying to kill them, which is horrible, like fucking horrible for everything we're in. I thought it was a given that these were now okay, but we're not. They're not. So what happened this week, I actually thought government shutdown, I didn't think anything here would be progressing. Maybe that's stupid, but Democrats sent a letter to Republicans and they basically outlined what it is they want to see in this market structure bill. And they've worded it in a way where it's, again, they want to kill DeFi and they want to not allow these wallets. Facts, dude. Crazy. We haven't won yet. And there's a scenario where we don't. I don't think that's how it plays out, but there's a scenario we definitely haven't won. They want to kill DeFi. Here, let me get into the article itself. This might kill my browser a bit, but hang on, that Eleanor tweet has it. Here we go. What you're looking at here is not some kind of proposed bill, by the way. And so this is where I want to be super clear. Yeah. Good timing, man, Nunya. Good to see you too. It's a letter. It's basically the Democrats talking about their starting point, which, man, we're a lot further along than just having a starting point. Oh, dude, we've got the doc. Hang on. Here it is, though. Wednesday evening, Democrat staffers sent Republican staffers on the Senate Banking Committee a document titled Preventing Illicit Finance and Regulatory Arbitrage Through DeFi Platforms. So they've got proposals on how to regulate DeFi, and then Republicans leaked the document. I don't think we've seen it yet. I want to get I want to get some bullet points out of it. Actually, I want to pull up the document if we can. Throw it in Grok. Oh shit! Oh, we got the document. Okay, dude, this is awesome. Hang on, let's put this in. Let's put this in ChatGPT. Actually, got the doc out there. Good shit. I always get worried if I pull up Grok or ChatGPT, it's going to show my history. I got some fucked up stuff. All right, let's see. Dude, Rocky, thank you, man. And good morning. And Alizar, thanks, man. Okay. This should help a little bit. So in the letter, they're looking to establish regulatory framework for DeFi to prevent illicit finance. What is regulatory arbitrage? I'm trying to think what that means. Focus on accountability for controlling parties. Some of these things they'll say are not like inherently bad too. You know, like when we see the insider trading we just saw, like we need probably a lot of what they're saying here. I don't trust that they're the ones who are going to bring it to us the right way. It very much feels like they're just on the side of, big banks. Treasury designates controlling parties over DeFi as digital asset intermediaries and must comply with functional requirements. I want to get some like very specifics, like what is it they're trying to do? How are they trying to kill it? I probably should have read this before. This one looks interesting. No violation for just authoring, publishing open source code without deployment control, operation, or profit. Doesn't limit fraud, evasion, liability. Huh. It's a fair point, Home. It's a fair point. You gotta believe that a lot of why they're pushing back so much is because they believe, know that Trump is making fortunes from crypto right now. Isn't most of his money being made in crypto at this point too? Something like that. I'm probably wording this so stupidly. While it's thinking, though, let me pull it off to the side. This is a really important point. This is not like proposed legislation. They're calling it, it's just a letter to begin the conversation. D-Inc, we're just goofing saying it was barren. And it's not 90, it's like 200 mil. Just goofing that it's barren. It might have been barren. Somebody did, though. Somebody made like 200 mil on this thing. But anyway, here's what they're saying, the Democrats. Well, what Central Republicans wasn't a legislative offer. It wasn't written in legislative text. It was multiple incoherent policy ideas. It was not a good faith effort to engage on market structure. Yeah, and they're saying it was meant as like a starting point for discussions, not a final position. But it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Because the Republicans are coming back and saying, and they're right, like, what are you talking about? Like the starting position. What the fuck are you talking about? We're like, this industry is like over a decade old. We've been pushing for innovation here in legislation here and regulations for years and years and years. We're not at the starting point. We're at the point now where we know what we need to do, which is like, let people go build. And make no mistake, man, there's so much more fuckery using US dollars in our traditional systems, more than there is in crypto. So saying it's the starting point for a conversation is pretty freaking weird. When this should be way closer to the finish line. All right, let me see if this refine that a little bit. Proposal classifies anyone designing, deploying, or operating or profiting from DeFi front ends as protocols, as digital asset intermediaries, requiring SEC, CFTC registration and compliance with broader rules. That doesn't sound bad. Let me think. Because I think of that and I'm instantly thinking something like a Hyperliquid or whatever. But I have a feeling that also applies to like a tiny ass little app where you can just swap some tokens, swap this or that, and all of a sudden you have to go, register. And yeah, I can see why that could probably get out of control. Yeah, critics argue this effectively treats software developers as financial institutions. Okay, yeah. Potentially banning true DeFi in the US by imposing unworkable KYC on non-custodial systems. Okay. Yeah, fair. Nothing is trying to kill DeFi, just platforms coordinated manipulation after random Trump announcement. Treasury, in this letter, they're kind of proposing whatever. Treasury gains authority to define sufficient decentralization. I don't know if that's horrible. Let's keep going. Considering factors like control over parameters or revenues. Protocols not deemed decentralized face intermediary status, giving regulators unchecked power that could arbitrarily suppress innovation and lead to endless litigation. We've been there. I can see it. Yep, I can see it. Treasury can place DeFi protocols, front ends, or classes on a restricted list. Okay, yeah. For risks like illicit finance or market instability, prohibiting U.S. persons from transacting with them. Yep, not great. Yeah, all of this sounds shitty. It's weird. Okay, it's so weird though, because it sounds shitty, and also like all of it, I'm like, there's some common sense throughout all of it too. You're right. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't all sound crazy, but here's the problem. It doesn't sound crazy, but you know they're going to use it to be crazy. You know that. So like, I guess I lean towards like hands fucking off. It's so weird. They're trying to control and like wrap fucking tentacles around this thing that you can't really control. People will. It's the beauty of crypto. It's what I think the biggest thing that ever won me over to crypto is when I realized, well, you can't stop it, and you can't really control it. Like when I realized that, I'm like, okay, well, they can't. They'll try and they'll put things in place, and people will find ways to work around it. I think pretty easily. Intermediaries must implement code audits, third-party reviews, customer disclosures, monitoring for illicit activity, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, again, all of it's like reasonable, right? But what's up, DK? Good to see you, man. MSC status for DeFi arrangements. Certain DeFi setups with recurring revenue control or concentrated ownership are deemed money services businesses under BSA, expanding Treasury's designation powers. Could force compliance. Yeah, I don't know. Broad powers raise First Amendment and Fourth Amendment privacy concerns, leading to legal challenges. Overall, the proposal is criticized as incoherent, reckless, and a crypto ban in disguise. Again, it's just a letter. It's just a letter, but it does show you where their headspace is at. I don't know. I'm gonna take the other side of this, man. Although, okay, I'll say this: it all sounds reasonable. I almost would take the side of like this is stuff we should be. Fuck, I don't like careful with. I don't know. It's all reasonable stuff. There's so much fuckery here. We know it. Where's the Brian Armstrong tweet? Okay. Point here is all sounds reasonable, but when Brian Armstrong, I will trust that guy. You got to pick your players that you're just going to like, because you're not going to be an expert on all this stuff. You can't. So I'm going to pick the players that when they say something, I'm going to just automatically trust them. That's kind of how this works, right? You're not going to be an expert on everything. You're not going to know everything. You shouldn't have to. You don't need to have a firm opinion. So I'm just going to say I trust Brian Armstrong and his take on it. I think he's earned that. I think it's very clear. But when he says it, I trust it. So reasonable stuff, but if he's saying this is coming in bad faith or it's bad policy, okay, I'm there. I'm with him. Just that's where that'll have to be my stance because I trust the guy. There it is. Well, for what it's worth, and it's worth nothing, but I think you'll get there. And I think you're going to get there this year. And I think there's a day where we live above that, although everything's overvalued except for Bitcoin. Everything else is overvalued. Everything, including ETH, whatever. Pick your favorite crypto. Sol, whatever. Pick your favorite crypto. It's all overvalued. Also, that doesn't mean anything. What's up, Luna? We're going to get our lighter demo today. Let's do strat. Dude, you're good. I didn't tell you what time. You're definitely not late. You know, we don't have rules for this stream. This stream just is. It just is. Oh fuck, I got my cheerleading tonight, dude. I just remembered. I got dude, this is gonna be bad. I'll show you the video too, because they will record it. They might even stream it. If they stream it, I'll get you guys a link to it. Not that anybody gives a shit. Cheerleading practice tonight. Yes, I'm cheering. Tomorrow's the big tournament. Tomorrow we're performing. It's gonna be hundreds of people. I don't know how many, but it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. It's a big deal. I don't know the cheer. Man. We had. Here's what I thought, because we did the cheer for 2 hours last week, and the lady teaching it, she shouldn't be teaching. No offense, right? But like, she walks you through the sections, and there's moves throughout each section, and I don't like dance, and I don't know the moves. So she's showing them, and a couple of them are so easy, right? But a couple are not, and I can't understand, like, what is she doing? How do I move like that? Like, what? And then it's on to the next section before I even figured out the move. So we're on to the next section, and I'm like trying to learn now new moves there, and I don't know how to do them. And then we're on to the third section. And like, it just keeps happening where I see the moves, and then there's certain ones I don't know how to do. And then I start losing where they happen in the routine. And like, I don't know it at all. I couldn't even try to perform it right now. I have no fucking clue. And we do this tomorrow. And I'm not alone. I heard other dads are saying the same. They have no idea what we're doing. So I'm going to go record them today because I'm going to practice tonight. But I asked my daughter. She made the cheerleading team this week, which is fucking awesome. She's awesome. I asked my daughter if she could help walk me through it. She doesn't know it either. It's a different routine. So we're pretty fucked. My daughter's in cheerleading, and they have a big tournament tomorrow. And I guess at this tournament, it's like they have all the cheer dads do a routine. Thank you, man, Picasso. I need it. It's gonna be fun. I would have been so nervous for this shit years ago. This is the best part of getting older. You don't give a shit. You do not give a shit. It doesn't. If there were 200 people there. If there were 5 people there, 200 people, 2,000, I don't think it would change it. Like, I don't think I get nervous for that before. I thought I would, and I don't think I do. Thank you, sir, man. She's awesome. She's so cool. Yeah, I'm not like nothing. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It'll be fun. But I do want to learn the thing. I do want to I want to do it right. I don't want to I just want to do it right. Wait, so Nunya, what do you mean? Why do you need a certain range to make money? I don't know why. I was thinking just something with staking. But why do you need it? Or is it providing liquidity, or what? Like, why do you need it above 4K? Home. Not sure why the crypto scene wants to put so much of it in Trump's hands when crypto's the opposite. Yes, dude. Yes. I agree with all of it. And there's a lot I like about Trump, and as much as I like about him, I dislike that probably even more. But yeah, no. Putting it all in his hands is a bad idea. Okay, that makes sense. That's awesome, dude. 100 daily is awesome. That's some people's job, right? That's fucking awesome. But why does it have to be above 4K? Yeah. Yep, Picasso, yes. And he's a dirty businessman. I don't know why anybody wants a dirty businessman driving this thing. He's not, because he's not doing it for us. He's not doing it in our favor. He's doing it whatever is works in his favor. He's not a good dude. Yep. I dig that everybody's kind of on the same page. Probably mostly everybody's on the same page. I get it if you like him and it's like you're just like, Trump, do your thing. I get that too, because everybody wants to make it out like Trump is the worst guy ever, and I still believe the left is every bit as bad. I believe that. All I think that happens is, the reaction. Trump, this is like, I won't stay on this, but like Trump is a reaction to the other side, which was every bit as bad in a different way. Doesn't mean it was one person that bad, but like as a whole, Trump's the reaction to it. We're just going to keep having these reactions. Dude, I should read that. Yeah, I should read. But I can't even read a comic. I have no attention span. I can't read. Audiobook, maybe? But also, dude, the older I get, I just fall asleep. Not like randomly, but like, dude, if I'm like, yeah. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's wrap that up. Brian Armstrong, trust the man. I think what the Democrats are proposing is bad. The idea makes sense. Again, it's reasonable stuff. We should be further along. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck the Republicans. Along with Bitcoin. Who are we talking about, Mike? Keeps leaking his personal texts into social. Who's doing that, man? That's what's up. That's Monday, right? Yeah, I missed that. Who's leaking texts? All right, boys, let's hit strategy tokens and then Luna. What do you say we do some lighter after? Is it bad that I had 12K leverage and 8K spot in your DGen wallet and left with 5K after being liquidated? Bro, revenge trade all the way back up. That's the game, dude. That's it. Make it all back, dude. It's okay. Strategy tokens are the best. The best thing out there. It's the best thing out there. Change my mind, It's the best thing out there. Here, let's keep that Chris Guyot tweet up because he's freaking amazing. There's a tweet I'm looking for and I can't find it. Now I don't know if I read it wrong. That like Drew Austin is working with Good Vibes on like the token front now. So we'll review what happened because it's a big deal, like really big deal. And again, the strategy tokens are the best thing out there right now. And it's a meta. You know where I won't call prediction markets a meta. It's too big, right? It's game changing. The strategy tokens are definitely a meta that can have like long lasting, like forever impact on NFTs. It could be much bigger than a meta, but for right now, meta. You know what I mean? What's up, man? It's good to see you, Rarebo. Good timing, dude. We're just about to get into Vibester. In fact, you might be able to help answer that question I had. I'm so sure I saw a tweet saying Drew Austin and two other names. It was three names total that are going to be working with Good Vibes on, like, I thought on the Vibester token itself. Hey, dude, Rarebo, good stuff. I was reading right there. Got in it. I did 95% tax because I don't give a fuck. It was so obvious where this thing was going and where it is going. I'm right with you, dude. I didn't put enough though. I put an embarrassingly low number in. It didn't matter. I'm still up at this. Actually, we'll check. We'll see this morning. I'm probably up 3x right now. At least 2x. And that's all I was looking for. I'm doing this very cautiously. I was looking for a 2x. That's how I'm thinking of my entry. Where do I need to get to be at a 2x? And then I'll start kind of, going out from there. But I was in right around there. And 2x came really quickly. And then 3x and then 4x and then 5x. And I think we got to 6x. Pretty damn sure we got to a 6x. Might have even been a 7. We'll look. But Rarebo, did you see a tweet too? Drew Austin and two other people who are working with GVC or the strategy token to do like BD and just other stuff. I'm like so sure I saw it. The only thing I'm not sure is if I misread it. It was actually Drew talking about like that P-pod thing. But it wasn't from Drew. That's the thing. It was from somebody else. But yeah, maybe it was a P-pod tweet. I thought it was from GVC somewhere. I can't find it. But to me, it matters if it's a GVC Vibester kind of role. To me, it matters a lot because that token's got such stupid potential. So as we talk about it, just keep in mind, I think Vibester, when we get to silly times and peak euphoria and all that good stuff, Vibester can be a $100 million token. Absolutely can be. Damn it. I dropped it in the GVC chat too in general and no replies there. I'm so sure I saw it. I'm going to keep asking. I'm like really fucking sure. Only thing that'll get me thinking I'm wrong is if I see that tweet under the, Peapod Finance account. I definitely saw the tweet. Dude, I want to find it because it's a big deal if they're putting like that kind of attention. Like if he's he's a big supporter of GVC, but if he's like aligning with Vibester, like working, then it fucking matters. I'll even say I'm just gonna operate like he is because I'm not sure I saw the tweet. I'm trying to think who would have tweeted. It's not on the GVC account, but it might have been on Chris's account, or it might have been on Tyler. I'm just gonna have to go through them later. Here, let me peek at Tyler real quick. Yeah, not him either. All right, I'll do some digging there later. But But keep that in mind. Just if anybody wants to dig too, like just if you can find it, share it, please. But otherwise, just know that I think they've got some big names like working for the token. All right, so that said, let's review the token strategies that launched this week, and like how they did and what they did and all that. But then we go to Vibester, dude. Punkster is such a spicy opportunity. Vibester's at almost 10 mil still. None, yeah, I wish I knew, dude. Could be this week, could be in a month. All I'm pretty sure about, and I think we're probably all aligned here, is this isn't the end. I still think all-time highs are coming. Anybody less sure? Yeah, could be. Yeah, why not? Anybody less sure now than they were a week ago? I could probably tell you I'm less sure, although I'm pretty damn sure. Dude, let me peek at Vibester real quick. Almost 10 mil. Ooh, and they're buying NFTs. Right, okay, well, it buys, what, every minute or so? But yeah, they're loading up on NFTs. Dude, we got so much to talk about Vibester. But let's start with a quick review. Actually, hang on. Let me go get some caffeine. Dude, I got to figure out too. I got to show you. I think I showed last week. New keyboard, right? Fucking best keyboard I've ever owned. And I'm not a keyboard guy. All of a sudden I am now. Best keyboard I've ever owned. And it's not even close. I am suddenly a keyboard guy. It's crazy. This is the best keyboard I've ever typed on. Everything about it's the best. I'm not used to a small keyboard though. So I ordered the big version of it, right? So now I got the big version, the full version, because I need the numpad. Same thing, fucking amazing. Got like these magnetic keys. Crazy how good they type. Like feels so good. I kind of like the small keyboard. I type, I think, better with the little small, compact whatever. But I need the numpad. I'm kind of tempted to keep. I'm going to return one of them, right? Probably keeping this one. Then I'm just going to buy a separate numpad. Living large, dude, right? Showing a new keyboard, new trash cans. Crazy. No, my other one's busted. I write so much. Yeah, I wore out my other keyboard in probably not even a year. This thing, I'm forever going to say this is my favorite keyboard unless I don't know. Here's what happened. I know nobody gives a shit about keyboards. Cool. I guess something happened with keyboards last year. They became like kind of trendy. This is Keychron. This is a Keychron HE2. The other one's a 10. So something happened last year where keyboards really like exploded, and all of a sudden you had all this like, trying to think of something to compare it to, but you had awesome innovation and the prices came down. So you've got fucking like amazing keyboards all around. Again, I wouldn't have given a shit. To me, a keyboard's a keyboard for the most part. I've had ones I like a little more than others, but I never had one that I'm like, oh my God, it changes how you type. Like it does. And so I've had that like once ever. I remember back at working in the office. I just remember one keyboard. I'm like, this thing, like I type so well. I don't make mistakes and it just feels right. This thing, again, best I've ever typed on. It's like heavy metal case, wood on. I love this thing. It's so stupid. But so Mike, what's so cool about these? Because it's magnetic, I'll show you. It's so fucking cool. So, it doesn't have like this, so, keyboards normally have like the actuation point, like you hit that level and, types the key. You actually like, hang on. Trying to find exactly where that was. Yeah, it's fucking keyboard hours. This is so stupid. That's all. Browser's too small. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Again, kind of. Well, I was gonna say stupid. This part isn't stupid. This is fucking amazing. So you can set each key what level it actually activates on. So like how deep you got to push it to actually activate. So I set them a little more shallow. They type fast. It's fucking awesome. No way. I'm gonna fucking boot English. No, it is fucking lame. Anyway, You literally, because it's magnetic, you set where it activates. Coolest thing ever. Best feeling keyboard ever. All right, I'm going to get some coffee. And then strategy tokens. Also, get one of these. It's fucking amazing. And I think they're on sale because of Prime Day or something like that. Just for you, English, I'm going to put it on the screen. Dude, like, you know, with Amazon, you buy it and just return it if you don't like it, right? So that's what I did. I bought both of them, and I'm just going to return the one I don't like. Why do you think I do it, dude? Oh, shit, they're not on sale now. It's crazy. Best I've ever owned. How do I get without that stupid-ass referral link in here? Dude, your keyboard, I was looking at that. I really went down the keyboard rabbit hole. I like that one a lot, English. The only difference, that was going to be the next one I tried. It's just the magnetic keys got me. Because I did research into it, right? And I had a feeling I would like the feel of the magnetic keys. And I think I was right. But anyway, that's it. It's fucking amazing. If you need the full thing, you go with the K10. Everything else is the exact same. The lights on it are cool. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, not gonna lie, I didn't have coffee. I did drugs. But now we're ready. It's a good thing. Now we're ready. This is my last one, by the way. For real this time. All right. Strategy tokens. Dude, some of them are looking real bad. Some of them are looking real bad. Oh, we got our Kong show kicking off this week. I don't know. Seeing DK's name kind of reminded me. I believe starting Wednesday. Henry, me, we don't have it's just going to be us two. And I think we'll have like guest co-hosts and, just guests in general. I think it's Wednesday. Probably going to be around noon or 1. It'll be over on Twitch. I think I'm going to recommend that. I think we don't stream on YouTube. I'm going to recommend that we don't, because I want to play music during it or whatever. I think I want to just upload it to YouTube after. Dude, get it, Mike. Get it. I'll bet you this. I mean, just return it if you don't like it. I bet you'll like it a lot. I bet you. All right, so this week we had Gob Strategy launch. Shit show. Well, for what it's worth, wasn't crack. I've never done crack. I did have some kratom. Kratom. I did have some kratom. I'm sure there's a couple other kratom bros out there. I'm pretty sure. Don't do it because it is addicting. But I like it. I fucking love it, I'll be honest. I don't think I'd try crack. I'm not super adventurous anymore. Like, older I get, more of a pussy I turn into, which is unbelievable. Like, I can't even think how big a pussy I'll be in 10 years. I can't even imagine. Ugh. Gobster came out this week. This is our Monday launch. Wasn't so great, boys. Actually, that said, okay, it's not so great right now. When this token launched, dude, this thing hit like 8 mil. It got higher than a lot of the other strategy tokens. Gobster got to like 8 mil. You had a big ass win in this if you bought in early, especially. I keep targeting 95% tax, which is a lot. I don't think most people are playing it that way. Could be wrong, but I keep targeting 95% because it doesn't take a lot, depending on the market cap, to get back to even and then get to 2x. Where I've been getting in, because they've all kind of consistently been at the same level at 95%, they've kind of all been around 200K market cap. So, like, if you get in there, it's like a, 2.2, maybe 2.5 mil market cap breaks you even. And with the way as hot as these were, it's like, okay, I think a lot of these, at least when it was hypey earlier in the week, you're like, well, I kind of think 5 mil is more the target. So I'm like, okay, 5 mil means a 2x. And I figure to start this out a nice 2x, and then we refine the game plan, for me makes sense. Everybody's going to play it different, right? And they're all so different that nobody's strategy is going to be the same. But for me, if hitting a 5 mil market cap means I 2x, and then I can work out after how to dial that in even more and make much more, then I'll do that. But for now, that's been the game plan. Okay, I didn't buy any of these at launch before until this week. I only bought one of these after the fact, and I'm wrecked on it, bros. I am absolutely fucking wrecked. And it's okay. I didn't mind. It was to get skin in the game. My fuck up here, I bought Pudgy strategy. I put too much in. I bought Pudgy all the way at the top at 25 mil, 23, somewhere there. I put in like $1,000. Dude, I'm wrecked on Pudgy strategy. That was a fuck up. I should have put in $100. So that was stupid. Also, it's all good. I'm paying to learn. But Gob strategy came out. They mentioned they're going to have something innovative about what they're doing. Damn, they've got 0.003 ETH. Incredible. Came out. Token ripped. It did. Let's go. Let's see how high it got again. I think it was 8 mil. $7 mil. Got to 7 mil. So they announced the way that their strategy token was going to work. I love that every strategy token can be different, right? The teams get to define. They'll work with token works. They'll work out the contract and whatever. Gob's strategy, like the others, is buying NFTs, right? Take the fees, buy NFTs, but it's not taking them and listing them 1.2x higher. 20%. It's not listing them 20% higher. It's burning the NFTs, which is pretty cool. In some collections, that's pretty cool. In Goblin Town, I don't know about Goblin Town. I don't know if that's the one, and we'll kind of get into what token works or the strategy tokens. Who is it for? Who are the ones? And spoiler, it's good vibes. It's the perfect one. I don't think anybody's going to replicate it. It's perfect. Yeah, it's weird. I don't think you got a whole lot of organic demand for the NFTs. You have some, and you always will have some, but that's not enough to sustain whatever this is. And pretty quickly, this thing got absolutely brutalized. And it makes sense, because who wants it? This is the thing we're trying to figure out. Who wants these things? Is it the NFT holders? And if so, great. Do you have a lot of them? Right? Do you have a lot of people in that community who are going to want to support the token? Because if you don't, well, then what do you have that's going to bring anybody else in? They weren't already itching to get a Goblin Town NFT, so why would they be itching to get that token when they know there's other great tokens out already? Punkster, obviously. But why wouldn't you want the Apester and the Pudgy Stir, and why wouldn't you want those ahead of a Goblin one? Other than, okay, if you think price goes up, then you want it. That simple. But you don't have a lot of appeal for this token outside of your own community, and it's not a super big, strong community. So it's not working. And I think in hindsight, and I wonder if they would admit to this, I'll admit it for them. I think not listing the NFTs, burning the NFTs, probably a big mistake. Right? Because now they're not raising money on the other side to go buy back the token. So it's good for NFT holders, but also is it? like as a short-term pump on the NFT collection, which they didn't even realize because this thing dumped after the collection, after this token went live. Was it good for the NFT holders? It was if you bought a few weeks back and you listed and you got out of your NFT during that pump. If you did that, then it worked for you. GG's. They gave you maybe your last chance to get out. Otherwise, now you're stuck holding the NFT that I don't see any reason it goes back up. And that the NFTs that are listed are not from the strategy wallet. So the fees aren't going to go back to buying and burning token. It's not going to happen. I think this one's broken. If anybody else reads it different, please tell me. But I think the Gobster token is broken. Doesn't mean it can't pump, but I don't see any reason why it would. And with that said, I think everything's going to pump at some point. I expect to see this back to like 2, 3, 5 mil, most likely. Like when things are hot, but also just as likely as that it doesn't. Who the fuck wants it? So there's Gobster. I think that one's a failed experiment. And we'll see a lot of failed experiments. A lot. So Gobster was Monday. Pain Strategy was Tuesday. Pain Strategy was not supposed to be Tuesday, by the way. That's the thing. Join up perfect. Strategy tokens maybe mostly don't make sense. For some projects, they make tons of sense and they're going to be amazing and they're going to actually level up the entire ecosystem. You know, the individual ecosystems. For some of them, it's just going to be extra noise. I don't know that any of them are bad for an ecosystem other than in the short term. Right? In the short term leading up to it, the pump and dump, I don't think is great other than if you played it well and you got out, you know, great. Otherwise, I don't think it's great for the ecosystem to have this whole other thing that people can go like this and go, boy, those NFTs look like shit and your token looks like shit. Even if it's not theirs, it's just everyone's going to associate it with your project and they're going to say it sucks. So it's not good for them. Okay, Check Strategy was supposed to go live on Tuesday. And this actually threw everybody off game plan wise. It didn't go live. And it was like an hour and a half before they announced Check Strategy not going live because Jack Butcher wanted to change some things up with the contract. Love that. I just love how these are customizable. But they said, hey, Painster's going live. And Painster's the one we had circled before saying that one's going to be spicy. Painster's got like some big potential. Still believe it. We're talking about the strategy tokens with some good upside. Painster, I think, is still in that conversation. Gravity, good morning, man. I think Painster's got some upside. Okay. So, right, this one's around the X-Copy Max Payne collection. That NFT, kind of the same thing with the Goblin Town NFT collection. Giga pumped ahead of the token launch. It actually pumped really decently right at the initial, like right at the start. Dude, Max Payne's got to 1.5 ETH floor. I was DMing Henry. I'm like, dude, we got one. Should we list it? Like, could these get to like 3 ETH? If they go spend all that money and sweep these up, are these going to 3 maybe? He's like, I think 2, but like, I don't know about 3. Anyway, dude, they didn't get to 2. It sure as shit didn't get to 3, but they didn't get to 2. Because everybody who bought them up ahead of time to game this thing got the fuck out. And then beyond that, people who are already holding, just mass listings. Everybody listed them, tried to get out in that pump, and it didn't happen again. Where are they at now? Wow. Jenny Collins are down to 2.25. Jesus Christ. Max Payne's actually not bad. 0.75 is not bad considering this market, but they got to 1.5, never got past it. Just the listings just wouldn't freaking end, and the buy pressure just wasn't enough to keep up with it. That said, it's only 3.5% listed. It's not many, and it's a tiny collection. This is where I think there's some magic in this collection. Some, because this one is buying the NFTs and is relisting them 1.2x higher. And when X-Copy, I should say if, but I think it's more like a when X-Copy releases another collection that you got to burn a Max Payne to get into, well, then this pumps, and it probably is going to buy up those NFTs that come from the strategy wallet. Only problem is, if they were sweeping at 1.5, well, we're talking about like what, 1.8 ETH? They're going to have to hit like a 1.8 ETH floor. for those to get swept up and then the money to flow back to the token. Is that going to happen? Like 1.5 ETH. Do we think that's going to happen? And I gotta say, I'm not sure. I think so, but I'm not sure. Let me see where they got them listed. I think they should show it. Sales holdings. Is this where they're listed? Okay, there's a bunch listed at 1 ETH. Yeah, here's where they're listed. And I do think they'll get to an ETH. But they're all above 1 ETH. All of the Max Payne listings are above 1. And a majority of them are above like 1.25. I mean, look at this. Look at how many they've got listed that they swept up at 1 point whatever. 1.6 here it's listed. 1.8. And I think we see them, 1.9. Damn, dude. Yeah. So that's where we'll see them capped out at, because that was the peak they got to over on Magic Eden OpenSea, like 1.5, almost 1.6. Right? So you have all these listed right at the top. It's a mistake, dude. See you, Choina. I think it's a mistake to have these going and just sweep up the floor, because everybody just plays it. Some of these at 2. Wow, okay. Wait, 2.9? Oh, shit, dude. Some of these are listed at like 3 ETH? Wait. Okay, we can't go by that page. That page is not accurate. Okay, this one was bought. Hey, Drew bought this a couple weeks back. And then Drew sold it into the sweep. I like Drew. I need to hit him up. He's an investor of Crypto Slam. I just want to ask him about the vibe strategy thing. Further on, good morning, man. The buying, by the way, this has been fixed going forward, but the buying, just like jumping all that money into the NFT side, doesn't work. It's a bad idea. It works if the collection is super, super active, like tons of volume. Organic or not, doesn't matter. Like, but it doesn't work in this market. And in most markets, it won't work. It's a big old mistake. That brings us to Wednesday, when Check Strategy finally did launch, and it's doing actually really well. I'm pretty decently well. I'm pretty impressed by it. 2.15 mil market cap. Okay, what he's changed in this token, why they delayed it. Oh, wait. Let me wrap up Pain Strategy. Xcopy likes Pain Strategy. I think that's actually a really good thing that Xcopy's tweeted about it, and he likes it, and he supports it in his way. Let's see if he supports it deeper. But hang on, let me pull up the Xcopy tweets. I love this guy. He's so awesome. Okay. He's tweeted about this. Hang on, let's go up. Should be more recent. Also, do you guys know Neon Glitch? If you don't, you should, and you should follow him. He's fucking amazing. We're going to talk about him in a bit. Amazing artist. Amazing artist. Did Xcopy delete his tweets? Nope, he didn't. Here they are. Real cool. Max Payne's waiting for endorsement. Enjoying the permissionless builds. Painster creator fees, generously set by TokenWorks, will go to charity via the Grifters Fund. Max Payne royalties are 0, so he's not earning royalties on them. Well, he now is from Painster, and he's going to donate them to charity. So here we go. Xcopy's now supporting the token, which is awesome. Makes me really think he's going to launch a new collection at some point. It doesn't mean soon, but I think at some point he's going to launch a new collection that you got to go burn NFTs for. What if he actually does a collection? This would be interesting, where you actually got to burn Painster for. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see that. right? New X copy collection. Instead of burning max pains, you need to burn 500,000 painster. That feels like a very X copy thing to do. Maybe it's both. Max pain and maybe it's like 2 max pains because they usually have to do multiple. 2 max pains and 100,000 painster. I bet you we see that from X copy. So because of that, I actually think this thing's going to have some like, I think some good times ahead. I can see this one, wild guesses for sure, but I think we see this at 5 mil. Things can get crazy, and we could see this at 10 mil. It does not take much to move these tokens. I could go look at the liquidity, and we can actually calculate out how much money it takes to move it. Right? I did it with like Preddy yesterday. Preddy was sitting at like what, 5.5 mil market cap. To get to like 10, it would have taken like $100,000 buy. You can kind of, calculate that stuff. It doesn't take much. So Painster, I could totally see it 5 mil. I could see it higher. Maybe it gets to 3. Whatever it is, though, I think you got your 2x, 3x, maybe 4x or whatever in this. At some point, right? In the medium term. I like Painster. I'm holding. Actually, what do I got? Probably not much worth, but I am holding some Painster. I'm down on Painster. Same thing like Vibester. Bought it 95% tax. So I'm down, not much. It's not going to take much to get back to even. It's not going to take much to get to 2x. This gets to like 2.2 mil, I'm even. I think that'll be easy. How high did it get? I should be throwing more at these two, but whatever. This came right after Gobster, so it didn't have the same upside. Got to 5 mil. So for a minute there, guys, I had a 2x. Didn't sell. I don't want to sell, didn't want to, don't want to hear. I don't want to realize the loss either, but I think this has got some upside. So there's Painster. Checkster then comes out, and Jack Butcher tweaks to the contract. Really awesome tweak, and I think a lot of people are going to copy it. Okay, so this one is buying NFTs. It's not just sweeping NFTs, though. It's not going to go with like hundreds of ETH, go sweep up the NFT floor, let people game it like they did Max Payne and everything else. Not going to work that way. Instead, when it makes a buy, it can only buy 0.01 ETH higher for the next purchase. That's it. That 0.01 increases what? I think it's every block that goes higher. So it's a few times. I hope I got this right. A few times a minute. All that means is if the floor goes from, let's say, 0.1 to 0.15 or 0.2 because people are like just sweeping up the floor trying to get into this buy, it's going to take a while for it to get there potentially. Like, right, numbers will be different, but the idea is it's not just going to go blast ETH into the NFT side and sweep it up. It's not. It's going to be a much slower, and it's not that slow, by the way, but it's going to be a slower, drawn-out thing, more organic, more natural, harder to game. Like it a lot. So this token got to what? Almost the same as Painster, just under 5 mil. The fact that Jack touched it, I think speaks. I think it's a sign that he'll embrace this too going forward. How and what, I don't know, but at the very least from tweets, just being talked about, whatever. This one also has some upside. I don't know between this and Painster what I think is more upside, or if they're very much the same. I don't know, but I like them both. And I still think Art Meta, I think, is going to get pretty big. I do question if Art Meta is right now, and this is it. And there's some good stuff happening here. Yeah, this is alt season. Yeah. Yep. So that was our strategy. Oh shit! Vibester's at 11 mil now. Vibester's the one, guys. Vibester's the one. All right. So that brings us to Vibester. Incredible. So I had predictions about this one. This is just kind of dumb luck, but was right. My prediction was that Good Vibes would actually like really lean into the token. I think even said I wouldn't be surprised if they make this their token. And if they didn't do that, I just assumed they would be supporting it and use it somehow, some way, and talk about it and whatever. Right? They did exactly that. And they went all the way. They adopted the token. They said, this is now our official token. Because they didn't have one before. Keep that in mind with all these other strategy tokens. Who did have a token already? Who didn't? Right? Apes do. Pudgies do. Moonbirds have one coming. The other ones did not. But it's a factor here, and I think it's a really important factor. So let's pull up the tweets. But Good Vibes announced that they're actually making this their official token. That announcement, though, was after the token went live. We get all these lined up. So token comes out. Wait. Hang on. Am I off? No, they announced it. They announced it just minutes. Let me double check the timestamp. 6 minutes after this went live is when they announced this would be their official token, which is so fucking cool. I thought they would. I had a feeling. And that only comes, guys. You know, I've been in GVC pretty much since they launched. And I've been around the team enough and the community enough to know like the kind of people in the collection, like the whales and how well connected the holders are. Great collector base, like great. But then knowing what the team is like and who they're connected to and how they think. And I'm like, this would be a really on-brand thing to do. Make it their token. Okay, so it launches 6 minutes in. Pretty cool. They announced that Vibe Strategy will serve as Good Vibe Club's ecosystem token. Official. Along with that announcement, they said we're buying 69 ETH worth of Vibester, $300,000 worth. Half now, half coming in the following days and weeks. So they spent $150K right then. They still got $150,000 to spend. And I don't know if they have spent it yet, to be honest. They might have, at least some of it, but they're buying more token, $150,000 worth. Like more. Sitting on 434 ETH, and they already have 85 NFTs. Dude, these boys are cooking. That ETH is used to buy NFTs. So that collection's going to get a big old sweep at some point, or it's more like they're actually doing like checks. They're actually staggering it. So it's like a slow kind of trickle in. It's more than trickle, but they're doing it the right way. It's so good to see. And so when they announced that this is going to be the official, what's up, Marty? So good to see you, man. I got a text finally. It's been a minute. Like this kind of dried up, but I got for you. Okay, so they make the announcement. Let's go by the minute so we can see exactly where they announced that. Again, I'm looking at these and I'm like, I'm buying in probably at 95. I have to, like, it can't be too high. If it's 95% tax and we're at like a 1.5 mil market cap, unless I think it's going to 20, 30 mil, I'm not touching it, right? But if it's at like 200K at 95%, I'm taking it, dude. Especially if I see the upside like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right around here. So yeah, right around here. So probably even below. Yeah, below 200. Right in here is where I bought. Because I'm thinking of the token. I'm like, this thing's going to 5. I wasn't convinced it was going to 10. Nice, dude. Rarebo is so great. It's so fucking awesome to see. I mean, dude, all you had to say was 5. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Now, okay, here's the cool thing. We can go back and analyze and say, like, and I did this yesterday. I can't remember the numbers. I'm like, okay, if I only put 0.05 in, stupid. But I'm like, where would I have need to bought to also get where I'm at now? Like, let me see where I'm at now. So I think it might even been 0.045, something like that. So I'm a little over quarter ETH. I'm like, what? Let's just say a 5x. I think I'm a 5 or 6x here. So then I start taking my 0.05 and I can calculate out the tax. Where could I have bought where I'd be better than a 5 or 6x? I don't think it existed. I do think that was the sweet spot. Right? If I bought when the tax was, I don't know, 80%, probably somewhere around here. I mean, market cap there is like between 1.5 and 2 mil. Meaning, I don't know. I would be at a similar spot right now. When this is at 12 mil, well, there's my 6x. Right? So there's a couple, only in hindsight are you going to find the perfect strategy for them. That's actually not true. You can sit here with a calculator. Actually, and I pull up ChatGPT, right? You can sit here and work it out live and keep feeding live info. Okay, here's the market cap. Here's the tax. And the questions I ask is, what market cap does it need to hit for me to 2x? and 3x and 5x and 10x, right? And you can just keep adjusting live and you'll find your perfect spot. It actually shouldn't be super, super hard. But again, if I think there's a lot of upside, I don't think the 95% tax is crazy if you're getting in super low. Sub 200K, there's so much upside, right? You get a 5x, less tokens, right? But you get that 5x within the first mil. It's such a fun game. They got more. They got more coming. A lot more coming. Okay. So yesterday, this is actually phenomenal, and I think they have more news coming too. And I still got to find this other tweet. I'm really sure I saw this tweet. I'm really sure I saw this tweet about Drew. I'm really sure. I've got to find it, man. But they announced something called the Vibe Wheel. This is awesome. Okay. So my next prediction after predicting that Good Vibes will adopt this as their official token, which by the way, on OpenSea, you have a project on OpenSea, an NFT collection, and it lists if they have a token. It's literally on the page. It shows that Vibester is their official token. It's their official token. I said 95% tax, sir. Yes, I did. 95% tax. So like my 0.5 ETH was, ended up being what, 0.03 worth of token, something tiny. And all of a sudden that 0.03 is what, 0.27 right now. I should have gone way harder, way fucking harder. Yes. So I did the same thing with Xcopy down now, but yeah. So Rarebo, and I know Good Vibes Club is definitely different. They're the one you would do that on. By the way, this is the same game we're playing over on virtuals now. They just don't have motion anymore. But after saying I thought that they would make this their official token, like I think they're gonna airdrop this to the community too. Like I'm just thinking of that $300,000 they're spending and what are they gonna do with it? I'm like, I think they're gonna airdrop to the community. Like the other token launches, like ApeCoin and AnimeCoin and Dude, and they give it to their community. I'm like, I think they're gonna do the same thing, man. And they did. They fucking did it. Vibe Wheel, that's what it is. 1% of the protocol fee. Remember, there's that 10% tax. 1% of that 10% going to use to programmatically establish a Vibester reward pool. It's giving it to the community. Incredible. Yeah, Rarebo. Yeah. Unless there's new stuff. I think it's this, though. Okay, here's how it's going to start, and it's awesome. It's brilliant. Other people should copy it. I don't think other people can copy it because these guys are next level. Okay, that 1% that's going to go to the community, it's going to happen in seasons. First season is the reward pool is going to go to not just every GVC holder. It's going to go to people who buy a GVC that's listed from the Vibester strategy wallet. So the NFTs they sweep up and they relist. Well, if you buy one of those, you're going to get a token airdrop, meaning you get that GVC, the NFT, at a discount. Depending on how much they send out, they give you, you might actually get the GVC free. I doubt it's free, by the way. I doubt it's free. But you might get that GVC really half off. If it's listed at 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, you might get, I don't know, 0.1, 0.2 worth of GVC tokens. I don't think anybody can calculate this out yet, but you start seeing how they're feeding this loop, and it makes a ton of sense, man. The team also earns 5% royalties still. They do. They're locked in. They earn royalties on every NFT sale. So whenever they sell these things, they're making money for the strategy token. They're making money for themselves from the NFT selling. And they might. I wouldn't be surprised if they put some of that 5% into token buybacks, which just keeps fueling this thing, and it's crazy. So Vibe Bounty Badge. You get it from holding an NFT, but if you don't know, you get badges with your NFTs. They're pretty cool. Actually, hang on. I haven't been on the site in a while. I'm down to 3 GVCs. I sold one, a couple months back. No regrets. Also, I wish I had it because I love these. But yeah, you get badges. Basically, there's badges for your traits. Marty, no. We didn't get there yet, and I do want to get there. Next is Lighter. If Luna, if you're up for that, next is Lighter. And then we'll do art blocks. Yeah, I only have 7 badges. Lame. Yeah, here's my badges. Boom. What is this? what they're going to end up doing. Okay, so right now the airdrop for season 1 is going to target this badge. If you hold an NFT that's listed from the strategy wallet, next season might be if you got the stake. It's like a red suit, right? If you have that, there might be a badge for hoodies. I love that. It's gonna be really hard for me to part with that one day. But here, the thing is, my price predictions haven't changed. Like, I still think that hoodie's gonna get me 10 ETH at some point. That's up there, but for sure 5. I'm gonna hold it till it's there. But I can see this getting crazy again and seeing like a 10 ETH offer. I think they're grails, and that means all the other ones, the grails are worth a lot more. 7 ETH maybe, 5 should be easy, right? I mean, easy. I don't know. I think 5. He's a beauty. There's not many. Yeah, there's my vibe. I love this guy still. Love this guy. He's one of the most unique looking in the collection, Hey, Mike Bennett. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that a lot, dude. That's real cool. I haven't seen that flash in a minute. That's awesome. We'll buy some Vibester with that. Fucking cool. So seasons for strategy token rewards. Dude, isn't he awesome? I've got him listed. Got him listed for 200 ETH. There's none that look like this guy. He's like one of them. I think one of the most unique looking. Back at you, Mike. Honestly, really appreciate that a ton. Yeah, he's one of the most unique looking in the collections. Just is, and I love the tattoo gold chain trait from the get go. I'm like that one. I need him. I think I bought him 0.69, and then I'm just playing the stupid game. I've always had him listed the highest, just for eyeballs. People kind of faded the tattoo trait right at the start, right? Like very early on, we were all trying to figure out what are the things that are a little under the radar. This was under the radar for a bit, but I think that's going to work out well. But I'll tell you, dude, Rarebo, my favorite trait, I think is I like all the red GBCs. I really love the steak, the red suit, the beefy. Oh, that's right, dude. Wait, was yours yellow or was it? What were his other traits? Because there's a couple of the headphone tattoos that I love. The green one, there's like a lime green one. There's a lemonish one, like all yellow, and it's gradient. Was your guy gold or the headphones were gold? I love the tattoo traits though. Those all look so good. They're very unique looking. The yellow green, man, so good looking. Those are so good. I threw bids on a lot of those. Yeah, so going forward in these seasons, maybe they're every few weeks, maybe they're once a month, but they're going to target the Vibester token drops to different traits, which is awesome. So all it's going to do is drive volume in the collection, the NFT side. They're going to earn royalties. I imagine that's going to be used, some of it to buy back token, just keep this thing going. But they're going to have this too, and I don't know if we have details yet. New badges that represent how much token you have. I would like to get to pink. I'm probably... I need to chill on this thing. I would like to get to pink. I wonder if this could be a multiplier. This might be a multiplier, or they probably do a Vibester drop to these tiers. Maybe gold's going to get a big fat stimmy. And maybe pink, no bonus. But right, I think they'll target a Vibester season to the badges here. They're so smart, dude. Now nobody can copy this. I mean, you could, but they were so thoughtful with the traits and how they're balanced, and then building out the badge system. I don't think anybody can just copy it. That takes a really professional team in a really well thought out, game plan. I don't think you can just copy it. So yeah, tokens are going to the community. I think they're not done. I do think they have more news, and I really got to find that Drew tweet. I got to find it. I'm so sure I saw that. I wish I could find it, man. Like, I'm really sure I saw this tweet. This collection special. So Perfect Storm. And what the potential I see for this. I think he wants to buy my tattoo NFT. It is the perfect strategy coin. I don't think it's going to be beat, to be honest. I don't. It's, again, perfect. It's perfect. Okay, they didn't have a token. They didn't have a token already. There is no other NFT collection that I can think of, and I'd love to hear examples from you guys if there are any. A major NFT collection that doesn't have a token, that has like organic, buyers, right? Like who would it even be? No token already, and is hypey and has organic buyers. And there's none from this cycle. Good Vibes is the NFT of this cycle. Doesn't mean it has the highest floor price, but if you think back to what's the biggest, best new NFT Web3 IP that came out of this cycle, it's GVC. I can't think of anybody else. So they got that new NFT collection, universally loved. At this point, it is. Even people who didn't used to like it appreciate it now. Like, get why, Rarebo, why guys like us saw it and we're like, it's special. It's actually different. It's tricky. Everybody says it's different this time. You hear it on every collection. This one we knew was different. This one we spent so much time. We knew it was different, and I've only felt stronger and stronger and stronger. It's why I haven't parted with all my GVCs. Right? I'm one lighter. Just needed some funds, but because I know they're different. Yeah, the Hypeo stuff's different too. You price wise, huge. I guess I'm talking about, and this might be a stupid category, but good pure good pure NFT collection, like traditional NFT collection. You know what I mean? There's just I don't know. I probably can't even come up with describe it the right way, but there's something about it that it feels OG. It feels like an old NFT collection. Andy, what's up, man? It feels like the perfect NFT collection. I don't know. Probably being biased a bit, but I don't know. I felt it back then. I got in because of that. So they got a lot more coming. So they still have not, I don't think, played their hand. So, okay, so now you got the NFTs out there. You got your token out there. But what I'm really waiting for, they got the infrastructure there now. It's, what are you guys doing? What's your game plan? What's your product? What's your goals here? How are you going to bring attention? Because that's kind of all that matters, right? How you bring attention here. Because look at what Doodles are doing. Doodles just partnered with Universal Horror. Crazy. But Katz and I were chatting the other day. We're like, well, how does that feed back to the NFTs? Dude, that's it. I think what it is with GVC is it's that it has the ingredients to get priced to be crazy, but also to be one of the top NFT collections, period. You could talk about it. You already do in the same sentence as Azuki Doodles, Bored Apes, Pudgies. You already can talk about it there. You can. I think that you will, though, in the next year or so, right? You will. It belongs there. It will have earned its spot there. And you could argue they earned their spot from already being here for so long. The guys, at least from the project. So they're there just kind of almost automatically. But man, the partnership was super rare. All the they belong in that conversation, but I still think they need to earn it in a way too. And I think they're going to. And part of how they do that is with stuff like this. So, right, made by Google. It's a big account, 1 million followers. The commercial they put out, made by, is it Toast? I think that's the name of their studio, Toast. I think they've got a whole, I don't know. I was gonna say, I think they have a whole animation planned. I don't know what it is. Is it shorts like the Doodles do, like short 15, 20-minute animations? Is it bigger than that? Is it that at all? Or do they just make the short form content? I don't know. But I do know they are building in that direction, and they got the brand partnerships. They got these massive partnerships. And if they start using the Good Vibes IP in it, and if they can do that and then push people, draw their eyes back to the NFTs and the token, well, then you're playing the Doodles game, but maybe playing it better. Maybe, because the thing Doodles don't do is push people back to the NFTs and token. They haven't done it yet. They really haven't. They might. And if they don't, if they just copy the Doodle strategy, well, the Dude token is $100 million token. $100 million token. The Doodles NFTs are what? What are those sitting at? Over an ETH, right? I think they're over an ETH still. Yeah, let me see. Oh, they're not over an ETH. Goddamn. Okay, 0.8. So then let's just play the token side. Dude, we're about to do the GVC flip and doodles again. They're almost there, and they will. The GVC will live over an ETH. They will. They are definitely going to get there, especially when they go sweep up these NFTs or continue their buybacks. They will. They will. I've said it all along. It's going to be one of the top NFTs. I guess it already is. But anyway, dude is $100 million token. Probably not today. After the past couple days, probably not now. But that's the potential you should be looking at for Vibester. You should. I mean this. So Vibester, short term, as in today, tomorrow, next week, 15 million. That's the target in this bullshit market. It's at 11 right now. The guys in this believe in it. Have believed in this brand for fucking months. Nobody is selling. Everybody sees the upside. Everybody sees how this is going to work and keep adding demand on the token. 15 mil short term, again, in the next week. Doesn't matter what else happens in the market. I think this still can go up. If we get look, if we sense that the bottom is in for the market, or we get any kind of recovery, you might have a pile of money coming in here. A pile, like, want to ride it on the upside. Again, if 100 mil is the target, it is. You have a lot of people trying to get in that at the right time. This thing can very quickly run to 20. And I think it can live 20, 30, 40, 50. Huge fucking range, right? But that's not a crazy range. Short term, not there. Short term, 15 mil. If it gets to 20, that makes sense too. I'm just not betting on it. But this cycle, you might be looking at a 100 mil token. I'll just say this cycle, you are looking at a 50 mil token. That's what I would bet on. This cycle, 50 mil token. You got basically a 5x in this at some point here. Christian, man, great hanging with you. Yeah, tomorrow, same time. I got to figure out what time tournament is tomorrow. If it's super early, then we're going to have to do this stream like extra early. So we'll figure that out later. Yeah, Vibester is the one. It's like, it's real obvious. It's not even close. Now, okay, final point. It's perfection. It just is. Official token, the rewards, all this stuff. I just don't think anybody can copy that. I don't. Pudgies have their Pengu token. The attention's there. It's not going to be here. Same with Apes. Same with what, like, I don't think anybody can copy this. If we get a crazy NFT season, you will have tokens that launch and do copy it. And they'll do fine, but I don't think anybody can really pull off everything they pulled off or beat it. I don't see it. It'll start getting different, though, when... Fair. Yeah. That's fair. Dude, how bad are ordinals right now? It's actually a good point in this conversation. It's part of why that works, part of why it's so perfect is it's an official token works token. You got a lot of punk holders who are already GVC holders. So they want to support this. Also, the fees that were generated from Vibester that went back to Punkster were enough to buy a Punk already. So, of course, Punk's rooted on and people in Punkster rooted on. Punkster is still potentially $1 billion token. I believe it. Because it's not a CryptoPunks token. It's the platform token. It's the NFT strategy token works token. It's so much bigger than a collection. As big as Punks are, that's not what this token is. Happens to be something it does too. Hell yeah, dude. I still stand by it, man. The prediction is top ordinals collections to 1 Bitcoin at some point in the future. So infinity. Even when I'm dead, I still like my bet's still on. Punkster to $1 billion, Vibester to 50 mil or 100. But yeah, anything that's not an official strategy token works token, not great. Dude, puppets are 0.021. Holy shit. Node monks, dude, they got to 0.07. Absolutely demolished. This is not good. Also, I believe in it. So all my bet's still on, I believe. And as soon as Predict Base has live odds, I'm putting the market up there. I can't wait. Yeah, these are amazing. 12 mil. This bullshit market, and these are still running. This is still running. So we're a 6x on the buy-in. I mean, and the real money that was spent was what, 0.003 or 5 or something, like, right? That's ridiculous. This is probably the team buying. I'm just guessing this is the team deploying some of that, and they will keep doing it because they got it, because they're earning royalties, because they're making money from the token. Like, it's just, wow. Okay. And the very last point, I promise, is what's still coming here. And this is more why you probably want to bet on Punkster as well. You've probably seen the clip already. We'll play it. Oh, dude, crime. Yeah, Punkster is Punkster's man, so legit.
It's kind of just like focus on those NFTs. We get to the auctions and kind of, we obviously want to explore other chains. We want to explore ERC20 tokens as well. I think that could be super interesting.
Explain that.
Well, I don't know why the mechanism wouldn't only work for NFTs. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. And
well,
like,
you could do like
there's all these
strategies kind of thing.
Yeah, why not? A lot of these coins don't have good communities, and it's already pretty liquid. And so, like, why would you buy the strategy if you could just buy the token? But I don't know. I think you really don't know unless you put a couple out there, like what people are interested in. And so we're just gonna keep like doing these, even like not like product shots on goal, but like small ideas within NFT strategy shots on goal. And so, and just keep kind of tweaking the mechanisms. But I think I don't know. I think for the next like 3 to 6 months, this is my focus for sure. It's kind of just like focus on those NFTs. We get to the auctions and kind of, we obviously want to explore other chains. We want to explore ERC20 tokens as well. I think it could be super interesting.
All right, I'm just real quick DMing Drew. I want to see if I actually saw that tweet. Sorry, guys, one sec. All right, let's see if we get a reply, because to me, that is like a really big needle mover. Hey, Marty, it sounds so retarded, but they actually have those already now. You got strategy tokens for strategy tokens. There's a punk one already. It's so stupid. And it might work. But you're going to have like a Pengu strategy, and you're going to have a Pepe strategy. Like, it makes sense. And all the fees feed back to Punkster. It's good shit. All right. Luna, should we do a little lighter demo? There's Toshi. What's up, man? Can they improve the mechanics of the strategy token that are already? No, they. I don't think they can. The only thing they can tweak after the fact is how much higher the NFTs are relisted at. That's the only thing I think they can tweak. So instead of like 20% higher, they can make it 10% higher, or they can make it 50%. That's the only thing they can change. So they're kind of locked in. That's it. There we go. Lighter strat. All right, Luna, you tell me when you're ready and I'll DM you. I hope Drew answers. And if he says that he is working with GBC, and if he can point me to the tweet, it was 2 other names, and they're all names. I'm like, shit. What a thing. So this is going all-time high today, huh? It touched 13, huh? Wow. Oh, Luna, we can do it tomorrow. It's your call. Oh, wow. Dennis, awesome, dude. Hey, it's nice to see you, man. We got to get that Aussie documentary in. Yeah, Luna, if you want to push to tomorrow, that's fine. Here, I'm gonna DM you a link. You join if you want. Yeah, Little Pudgy ain't a bad play, man. Actually, what are those at? What are they at? I didn't even look at the when we were on here before. Let's 1 point. Like, let's just say right at 1. Little Pudgy at 1. Let's see. I think nodes are going to get scooped up. I think I get a feel from the node strategy team that they're, I think, pretty decent. And there's a lot of FUD out there about the ninja strategy, the Pizza Ninja one. A lot of FUD about that one. Like, people, I mean, it was an Udi tweet, but I think people are calling on Trevor to refund all that money, and I don't know why. Hey, dude, Marty, we should do that. Lils are at 0.8. Dude, I didn't realize we're that wrecked. Pudgies are at 7.5. That's what the freaking Quinn or Quine went for. Wow. I didn't know. I didn't fucking know. All right, Luna, give me a thumbs up when you're good. I think he's fucking with. I've never seen Luna face to face. This is gonna be cool. I think he's getting his mic in order. Dude, just give a thumbs up whenever you're ready. I can tell you, he's not what I was picturing. Oh, cool. Cool shit. He's ready. All right, good. Hey, this is going to be fucking awesome, man. We got fucking Luna on stream. How fucking cool, man. It's good to meet you.
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
I got you. Dude, this is cool. I didn't think you were going to come on camera. I thought you were going to go, like, Anon. Pretty cool.
No, full docs. Yeah.
Have you done that before?
No.
Dude, it's a special moment.
You like my art piece right here?
Hang on, let me go full screen. Let me see. What is it? I do like it, but I can't tell what it is.
Yeah. I just, kind of painted it a little bit.
Oh, you made that? That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, I like it a lot. Take a picture of it. Send me it after. I want to see it up close. No, it's really cool. Gravity thought you were a chick. The people are happy. Good shit. All right, so Luna's going to take us around Lighter, and we're fucking assholes. I'm an asshole. He's been trying to get us on Lighter for a while, a few months. Probably would have made a lot of money if we did it. And I didn't do it. I hate money, I guess. But now it's time.
I'm a little sick right now, so excuse my cough a little bit. But
you're all good.
I've been like up all night just trading and cryptoing pretty much, and yeah, I've been like trying to plan my next moves and stuff. But oh damn, you have 52 lighter points, Mike. That's crazy. That's pretty good.
What do you got, Luna? What are you up to?
I got like 300 right now, but like we're about to get points this Tuesday, and last week we didn't get points, so we're about to get double the points this Tuesday.
Shit.
And I think they're gonna compensate something for us too, because for the whole like crash business that happened yesterday.
Oh, just the market itself. Like people got wrecked and they're going to try to give everyone like a little stimmy or something.
Like the order books were like really messed up. People were seeing like different trades on their screens, and like they couldn't close some of their like positions, stuff like that.
Oh no shit. Okay, I didn't know there was something broken. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So Lighter mainnet went live this week. Is that the story?
Yeah, it was like a week and a half ago. But the thing is, so Lighter, just one thing about it, I was doing some research the other night, and Lighter, it's on Ethereum, right? So like the difference between Lighter and Hyperliquid is that Hyperliquid is the L1, right? It's a layer 1, like Sol, Sui, whatever. But you see, Lighter, it's on Ethereum. So like it's the potential of its growth is like crazy, because it has like, Ethereum has like $90 billion of liquidity that it could get bootstrapped to like immediately. Like people ETH whales are gonna like love this product. Like they're gonna be like, I feel like they're gonna be more bullish on something that's on ETH versus like something that's like a layer 1. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. That would make sense.
Yeah, and I was doing some research. This is like really, I honestly feel like this is like a revolutionary product for ETH. It uses like ZK technology, pretty good, pretty smooth on the trades, and as far as the zero fees, it has zero fees, which is like very new concept for perp trading. Like there's only one other place is Paradex that has zero fees right now.
Will it
And
stay
they're
zero?
doing, huh?
Will it stay at zero?
I'm not sure. I entered. I was like in the spaces like a couple months ago, and I think they're like unsure about that as well. They're gonna keep it really cheap though. That's kind of like what I understood from it.
Okay. Okay. Dig it. Marty's asking, won't it just be hype during airdrop and then people go back to hype? You know what I gotta say real quick too? There's like, you guys know my buddy Confusion. Like I was saying earlier with Brian Armstrong, I'm comparing Confusion to Brian Armstrong. There's people I trust when they say something. I'm like, I'll whatever they say, I believe it because I trust them. Confusion, like, he's really up on this shit, and he loves Hyperliquid. He's been bullish on them from the fucking get-go. And I saw him put in his Telegram, he was talking about Lighter, and he said he really, really likes Lighter. Like, really likes the platform, really likes the experience. And he was saying with Aster how much he fucking hates it. Like, it's trash. But Lighter,
Bro,
he was
wait,
talking about how much
hold
he
on,
loved
hold
it.
on, hold on. Aster, I've used pretty much every single DEX on futures. Okay, I've been doing futures like 5 years. Listen, Aster is the worst DEX I've ever used by far in my life. In my life, like, bro, like I just got the airdrop too, and I got decent allocation, but like I used it like 2 days, and I got like 200 Aster, and like the thing is, it's the worst. After 2 days, I was like, I cannot use this anymore. I was like, I'm done. I was like, this is awful. Like, stop losses don't work. My positions wouldn't close. This is like a regular thing. Also, my friend Ultimate Flows, he deposited Sol on there, and it just straight up stole his Sol.
Oh shit. I heard that. I saw that on the timeline before. I didn't know why it was so shit. I didn't know that the stop losses aren't working. Like, it's broken.
It's
Wow.
ironic. It's ironic that they're stealing Sol, because it's like CZ doesn't like Sol and stuff.
Oh,
But
damn.
yeah, like, dude, like, please don't use Aster. Like, yeah, like if you're gonna use something. Oh, but in to that point, so the deposits on Lighter are the safest on any chain, because usually on perp dexes, like there's like liquidity pools. When you deposit, it goes to like liquidity pools, and like that can be hacked, right? So I think that's what happened with his Sol.
Oh, okay.
So but with Lighter, it verifies it on the chain on ETH. so it can't be hacked. So people always complain like, oh, why do deposits take so long? Why do deposits take so? It's like, dude, do you want to take an extra minute to make sure your funds are safe, or do you want to, like, you know what I mean, or do you want to just like quickly like get rugged? Like, I don't know.
Fucking sucks. Yeah, I'm telling you, I've heard nothing good about Aster. Like nothing, and it's the opposite. It's everybody fuds it, and I guess don't touch it, man. Mike, how important is it to be in the lighter liquidity pool? Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, like you'll get like a few points from it. No, actually you get 0 points from being in the lighter liquidity pool, but you'll get points from other pools, like other people's pools that they join, but it's not too many. But if you join like other people's pools that they make, like trading pools, then you'll earn a few points here and there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you still have your referral?
I'm actually out of referrals right now, I think. Let me check.
Why do they cap it?
Yeah, 0. I have 0. Because it's just like people, there's like farmers, there's like bot farmers that like do like weird body stuff, you know what I mean? Like multiple accounts, like stuff like that.
That makes
Like
sense.
referral, like link, like chain, because you get 10% of points of the ref, so it's like.
All right, that makes sense. Well, when you get new ones, like please feel free to drop them in chat here. I'll you can send me a link and I'll put it in chat for people too. Do you want to screen share and take us on a tour?
Yeah, sure. How do I do that?
There should be a
here?
button at the bottom. It's almost like in a Google Meet or something where you like.
I see it.
But yeah, guys, you should be farming it. I don't know how many seasons and what rewards are going to look like, but Luna's been saying forever to farm it, and he's going to be
yeah. So we're on season 2 right now. It started like last week, basically. Season 1's over, and season 2 just started. So you still you're still very early. We haven't even got the token's not even out yet, but season 2 has started.
Have they said when TGE is?
I'm guessing end of December. There's a bet on Poly Markets on it. I think I'm gonna take that bet just in case it doesn't come out, so I get paid either way. Kind of like a hedge.
Dude, you're full-time crypto, obviously, right? Yeah, good shit. Yeah, just like we've. I mean, how long have we been chatting, dude? I mean, it's been many months, right? Has it been years? I'm retarded.
Yeah.
I've got the worst memory.
Yeah. I think a few years.
Yeah. Luna knows his shit. I think to be honest, it's probably only this year that I realized like how dialed in you are. I don't think I realized before. And this year, because this year I think was the first time you hopped into spaces and we chatted, right? I'm like, oh, Luna knows his shit. Like he knows.
When I found Hyper, when I found Hype? I found Hype summer of 2023.
Oh fuck. Were you using it back then? Crazy. There's so much Luna stuff Hyper stuff this week, right? So there was like CZ. Here, I'll share your screen here if you're ready. Yeah, CZ was saying, we already talked about this, right? YZI Labs or Binance Labs incubated back in the day, didn't succeed. It was kind of like a funny post, and I'm sure he meant it that way too, even though it didn't. It didn't seem like obvious FUD, but it was.
Yeah.
Let me kill my screen. Boom.
So, do you want me to show you guys lighter a little bit, or?
Yeah, whatever you want to show us. Yeah, like I think a lot of like me are probably very new to like leverage trading. So yeah, whatever you want to show.
Okay, yeah. So right now, so do you guys know Zcash? I'm like wondering why it hasn't dumped yet. If we look at the chart right here, it's kind of a off-topic thing. Like, don't you guys think this is like due for like, you see, this was like the big liquidation the other day. It went all the way to 148. Don't you guys think this is due for like a dump? It's at all-time high. Like, I don't know.
When is that?
Zcash, the privacy coin.
Got it. Is that how you like? Because like is trading? Do you trade differently when you're trading with leverage? Is it less technical?
Well, there's different ways to do it. It depends. There's a way that you should do it. The way is, obviously we're in a bull market, right? So you want to just go up, right? So you don't want to short. You don't want to try to short the market, even though yesterday shorting would have been the best thing ever. But you don't typically want to short in a bull market. What you want to do is you want to go low leverage. Excuse me. You want to go low leverage, and then go along on a dip, right? Like so today, right now would be good. Like so on Bitcoin, let's go to Bitcoin. So today it would be great to start your position. Let's say you have $1,000, okay? Oh, let's just say $1,000, right? Or $100, right? You have $100 and you want to get into leverage. So what you would do is you want to just go $100 long right here, right? What you would do is you would go on low leverage. Here's the leverage right here. You would go maybe 3x, like 3x, right? Maybe 4 if you want, if you're feeling dangerous, go 4x. And you would go like $30, right? You'd go like $30 and you would long. Why? Because if it goes down, it's the same thing. You want a DCA, right? If it goes down, I'd be like, okay, cool. Let me add another 30 right here, right? And then if it goes down here, if it goes under 100K, then maybe add another 33, and then you can let that ride. Because if you go full all in here and it goes down, you have no more capital. You have no more, dry powder. So what you want to do is scale into the position, right?
Do you do that on the other side too, on shorts? Do you do the same thing?
Yeah. You wanna always scale in with low leverage, because that way, it ensures that you're never gonna lose too much, and you're always gonna you're never gonna be caught with your pants down. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing, if you go all in now and it goes one direction, you don't really have much options. If that makes any sense.
Yep. And then low leverage too, you don't really have a liquidation price at a certain point, right? Because when we did this a couple weeks back, I had no liquidation price, and then I kept adding my position. And eventually, it gave me a liquidation price, even though I didn't go in higher leverage. But is that just because that's all I had in my wallet, and so there's a price where it liquidates me, or I don't get it?
Yeah. So the lower the leverage, the lower the liquidation price. Like you see right here, I'm on 4x, and it says I get liquidated at 85,000. That's net probably. It might happen, but it probably won't. So the lower that when I change it, to, if I change it to 2x, 3x, it's gonna be even lower. So the lower the leverage, see now it's 75. You see?
Did you just buy right there?
Yeah, so I changed the leverage. I changed it from 4x to 3x.
You can change that after you've already bought?
No, I closed it. I closed the position. That's one thing you can't do, is you can't change the leverage mid position. You have to close it.
All right, makes sense. What are the best coins to trade? Because I thought it was the most stable. Kind of thought it was the most stable coins, or at least the most volume. But I think you had told me it's actually tokens with either lower volume or lower liquidity.
Right. Yeah. Well, for lighter, for example, if you trade Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, you're not going to get very many points. But if you, for example, go to, let's say, new pairs, you get the most for the new pairs right here. You see where it says new?
Mm-hmm.
You'd get 30 times the points on new pairs versus the majors. And these are you barely get any for these, but you get 30 times the points for these.
Got it. So they're just incentivizing it to bring volume.
Yeah, and the lower the liquidity, the smaller the coin, the more points you get, because it's just kind of riskier, and it's more of a gamble that way. So you get rewarded more, basically.
The 19 bill liquidation yesterday, 10 times more than the scam FTX crash. It took out even. Oh, I still got to go check if I got liquidated yesterday. I probably did. Took out even 2x leverage positions, dude. It's brutal, dude.
Yeah, what I like to do, but I don't recommend it. I'm a bit of a degen, so I'll go 50x, and I'll go maybe try to find a bottom over here,
Oh wow.
and just kind of blast it, like, you know what I mean. And then what I'll do is I'll pop in a stop, like maybe like $3, you know. And then I'll try to snipe the bottom right here, you know.
How often does that work out?
It's pretty good. It's just it's like if you're okay, so you have to kind of like have good TA. You can't just like randomly find a spot like this. Like it's not gonna work for you. You have to actually check like money flow. What I have is on TradingView. I have this thing called Market Cipher. It's like these indicators that I bought. Okay. So these indicators, you can see this is like the RSI down here. You can see like money flow. You see the green right here. That's like the money flow. And then you have like different indicators. Like for example, like you see these yellow X's right here. Yep. This means manipulation. So as soon as you see one yellow X right here, that's not good. Probably get out of your long right here. Things like you know, this dot right here. This dot, it's like a bullish sign. You gotta kind of see this pattern right here is kind of bullish a little bit. So Jesus take the wheel pattern. So you gotta kind of do like proper TA to like find your entry. Because if you're gonna do high leverage, you're gonna have to be damn sure that you have a good entry, and it's just for a scalp. You can't really hold 50 X's, like 100 X's. You can't really hold those positions. You're gonna get liquidated. Like,
yeah, dude, that's so interesting because I wasn't sure. I knew it's a different game because like, look, if you're doing leverage trading, you're not like really trading news and sentiment and like to a degree, I'm sure it matters, but it's like you're saying. I think you have to do real TA. Like you actually
my
have to be
favorite,
watching
yeah, exactly. But my favorite thing is that, like, let's say you just want to gamble. Like, if you just put a stop loss at 0, like, so let's just say you open up a thing and then it starts going positive in your direction. What you can do, like this one, like, see, it's a positive. You can pop it at 0 loss, and then since it has 0 fees, if it goes back to your entry, you lose nothing.
Where do they make money, by the way, if they're not charging fees? Because Gravity's asking, what are the fees? But
0 fees. The only fee that they have is a 1% liquidation fee.
Got it. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I cut you off. What were you saying here?
So you see this position right here. Now I put it at 0. So if it hits, yeah, you see it hit right there.
Mm-hmm.
I lost nothing because it was I put 0. Because if you do that with other exchanges, you lose on fees.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my favorite thing to do. When you find a bottom and, like, you know, it's going in your direction, you just pop it at you pop the stop loss at 0, and then you're in risk free basically.
How is that not like the ultimate cheat code? Like how
It's really good. At one time I turned like $5 into like $300 because like scalping, there's no fees, so that helps as well. And then I was just using that strategy basically.
That's crazy, dude. Fucking, I really got to get in there and start playing. It seems fun. There's definitely the upside, and I'm scared of the downs. I'm scared of a day like yesterday too. But what you're just showing, if there's like no risk on some of those trades, like then why the fuck not?
That's yeah. Crazy. Just one thing about the points. I actually believe wholeheartedly that you're gonna think I'm crazy. You're gonna think like, oh, this guy's crazy. I think points can hit anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000 a point.
Wow. Well, you sent me, I think, a chart that showed like different FDVs that would need to hit to get there, and like they're all in like, I mean, it's nothing that Hyperliquid didn't do, and I hear nothing but bullish talk about Lighter and how much people like it. So
Yeah, yeah,
dude.
like $6,000 a point is my bull case. Is like my bull case, yeah.
And you think
Because
there's time to farm still?
yeah, you have season 2 just started, so so yeah, you have plenty of time. Like you can like even like take your time with it. I wouldn't recommend that, but I would definitely get on this because I feel like I was late and I got in at $8 a point.
What is it again now? 50?
It's like 100.
It's 100 now. Shit. So Dennis, yeah, like ease into it and do it smart and safe. Hopefully we can do this more and start getting tips. But I think Lighter is sounding like the one. I would be doing it here, especially because the no fees. So you do have to use a VPN. But
Hyperliquid launched at $15 a point. So Lighter's already at 100 a point, and if it goes any higher, which I do think it will, I could see like 300 a point at launch. All it needs is to do a 10x, and it's at $3,000 a point.
That's crazy. Damn, dude. All right. So if TGE again, so on Polymarket, here's the bet. Airdrop by December 31st, 74% chance. So you've got what, a month and a half to farm. Maybe less, maybe more, but yeah, it's worth getting in there and starting to play, and at the very least learn it, because you guys know everybody's starting to talk about leverage trading. They used to tell everybody to stay away, but I mean now everybody's
they're gonna add spot. They're gonna add spot soon.
Oh.
So it's not. I feel and they're dropping us a meme coin pretty soon too as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, they got a lot going on. What do you think? What coins are the best for people to start leverage trading on? And like, is there any coin that's just easier than others to trade on?
Yeah, I mean, I would just stick to Bitcoin if you're new, right? Stick to Bitcoin and have that be your like radar, right? So if Bitcoin's going up, maybe start getting into some altcoins and ETH and Sol and then maybe some riskier ones as well. Try to like have that, like get into a Bitcoin position, and as it goes up, like everything's going up with it. So just kind of maybe be like, okay, maybe I'll get into this and maybe I'll get into that. Like, yeah, so don't right now is a great time to be like scaling into a position for Bitcoin, I would say.
Nice. What was that tool you were using on TradingView? I think you said it was a paid indicator.
Yeah, it's called Market Cipher. It's do you guys know CryptoFace?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, it's his he made this indicator. It's his indicator. He's crazy. He does like $20 million longs and stuff like that.
Oh shit. How do I find it?
Oh, Market Cipher. I think you just type it in.
Let me go one word here. Do you remember how much it is?
No, I bought it like a year ago. But I think I bought it on Christmas, so it was on sale. It was like half off.
Got it. Damn, that's cool. I didn't know that you could buy them. I didn't know you could buy indicators here. That's fucking
yeah,
cool.
It's pretty good. There's a free one that is kind of like it as well. So I forget the name. If you guys want to do some research on that.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Good shit. Anything else people should like just know getting into it, or like tips or anything?
No, it's just know that opportunities like this don't come around very often. I think pretty soon in the future, I think Lighter is going to change Ethereum, and I think it's going to like really put it on the map for like a lot of people, because you can use Phantom Wallet to get in, and that's brought a lot of Sol people. And Vlad, the CEO of Robinhood, His name's Vlad, and the CEO of Lighter, his name's Vlad. They're old buddies. They're
Oh,
old
shit.
friends, and I think pretty soon what you're going to see is Robinhood futures powered by powered by Lighter on Robinhood.
Oh,
So
wow, dude. Okay. Dude, serious alpha. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I should have
yeah,
listened to you forever ago on this. Should have. Yeah, guys, I would be in, at least paying attention, but I would be in, and we should do that like ASAP. Is this the dude is that that looks like the real one, the right one? Crypto face?
yeah. He's actually insane. He does the craziest longs ever. He's pretty degen, but you could copy trade him too if you're new. Like, he usually only streams when he's in the green. So if he's streaming, it's probably a good trade. So
all right, here's that tool too. Here, let me see pricing. Just curious. Is it hard to learn that tool, like to understand the different indicators on it?
yeah, there's like a few videos on it. It's not that hard. It'll probably take you probably like an hour or a few hours to like really get into it.
Dude, not super crazy if it's really that good. $1,500 is not nuts.
He has sales on them all the time, so I would wait for like a really good sale. Or honestly, just go look up the free one. There's a free one that's very similar. So if you don't have the money, I would just do that.
Right on TradingView.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but if you just Google it, if you just Google it in in different forums, so you'll see people say, oh, this one's like that, just like MicroCypher, it's free, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Good shit. What else the guy's asking here? Let me see. I'm retarded. Yes. Is he on YouTube? Crypto Face?
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes live.
All right. I'm gonna have to find him here. Dude, good shit. Cool getting you on here and getting to show this off to us. You should come back more and do some trading live, even if you wanted to. But
sure. Yeah. I'm like so sick right now. So maybe I'll have some more energy next time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good, and I hope you heal up, dude. Go to sleep or something. But
yeah,
cool to do the face-to-face thing here finally. So appreciate you a ton, man.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, thanks for having me. Anytime. Yeah.
Awesome, dude. All right, take care, guys. I think we'll wrap here. I might get into shit. I gotta save some stuff for tomorrow. I was gonna talk the art blocks drop, but let's save some stuff for tomorrow. So let's wrap it there. Oh shit, I was gonna have Luna see it out with me, but okay. Jake, are we talking just the market itself, broader market? Luna, thank you again, man. That was fucking cool. Jake, if you're talking just broader market, I think we're gonna be just fine by the end of the year. I think we're gonna be just fine within a couple of weeks. It's just like April, it's just words. I think even if it's real, I think we're fine here. No, Luna, you're cool. I made it sound like I was cutting it. I was. I don't know. Whatever. It's my bad. Cypher. Okay, here we go. Cypher B. Okay, cool. I gotta write that down. Hang on. Cypher B. Dude, good shit. This is awesome. Okay, yeah, we need to do more learning sessions like this live. Good shit. Yeah, let's wrap there. We got more stuff to talk. We'll do it tomorrow. Just gives us some stuff. Art blocks drop. We'll check the strategy coins again. We'll check. Hopefully I made my first trade on Lighter by then. And hopefully the market's not looking so fucking terrible. But yeah, again, markets, Jake, honestly, market's fine, I think. Maybe take advantage when you're feeling the bottom is in. I don't think anybody's certain right now, but everything's okay. There we go. Do I think Crow will do well? Yeah. Yes. I mean, I just think the whole market's going to be, fine and everything. We just have those periods where everything is up. I just don't think, all these coins like Crow and AVAX and all, like this video I was watching earlier, I don't think these things are going to melt faces this year. I'd be looking for new stuff, and it's more speculative stuff, but like the strategy coins, I think I kind of think they're the play, and farming Lighter for when that TGE happens. I do think that's a different coin, special coin, right? People talking about it. Everything about it sounds amazing. The no fees is kind of bonkers too, but if there's a Robinhood connection there, then than like ridiculous. So, but do I think it'll do well? Like as in up? Yeah, I would say that about basically any coin right now because I think everything's going to be up. But I used to hold a fuck ton of Crow. I don't anymore. I just don't. There's so much fuckery with the token supply and stuff too. I just stopped giving shit anything about Crow. But even BNB at all time high, CZ is going to climb its way to the top this cycle. So there we go. And of course, even Solana is like it just all feels easy mode in a bull market when the silly part's coming still. So you can almost pick whatever you want. It's just like how many multiples are you gonna get, But we'll see. I don't know. We'll keep talking about it though. That's for sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Dennis, you talking crypto face? Yeah, I didn't know. I got to get more degen. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same places, all of that. Goodbye. And thanks again, Luna.